Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's stream. It has been a while, and right now is the Modern Warfare game reveal, aka the next event, and here we go. Oh my goodness, chat. 20 years of COD. 20 years. Hopefully everything sounds good. All right, bear with me. I've only just got my stream sorted, all right? My OBS. I've been having problems. So, please bear with me, all right? If everything's going wrong, just let me know. Oh my god! Yeah, G. Right, let's turn this up. Oh my god. All the memories. All the memories.
Over here. Trust me.
Go! Stop the train! Give us the fire. We'll give them hell. Oh my god, that was sick!
Wow, 20 years of Call of Duty.
As the iconic Captain Price once said, it's a good time to take inventory. This month, we are celebrating 20 years of Call of Duty. With all the matches played and missions completed, our history is made up of the incredible experiences created by you, the players. On behalf of all of us who work to bring these games to life each day, thank you for sharing this journey with us. We have some amazing.
I can't wait for the zombies chat.
Announcing later in
I'm
the
not
show,
wait.
But for now, we wanted to take a moment to reflect.
Cannot wait.
You are the reason for the success of these games, and from all of the teams across the world, we're grateful and humbled at your ongoing support, enthusiasm, and dedication to all things COD. While we celebrate this milestone, we are also looking ahead to the next chapter of awesome moments together. Today, you will see and hear all the details of Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer.
So I'm just tweeting out
an exclusive look at Modern Warfare Zombies, a brand new Warzone map, Warzone mobile news, and more.
Oh my
In
god.
Call of Duty,
What
no one
complete.
fights alone. So we brought 250 creators from around the world to drop in live here at Call of Duty Next. And first up, this is Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer.
Yes, here we go. Oh my goodness, look at that. Jeez. I know Noah J456, well, pretty much. Some of the zombie gang. Noah J, Dalek JD, Codename Pizza, Chopper, and me, I think JC Backfire. Unfortunately, not Mr. Waffles, aka Milo. Very sad for them not to invite him. But, he's currently streaming the event. Honestly, I watched this yesterday because I spent way too much time sorting out OBS, and honestly, this is what Modern Warfare 2 should have been. And to grab the rest of the community that faded away by remastering Modern Warfare 2 maps. I'm sorry. How dare they? I know. Yeah, I can't wait for the zombies chat. Oh, it's good to be back. Look at that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Call of Duty Next. We have an action-packed day in store for you with gameplay and game details for Modern Warfare 3,
God.
Call of Duty Warzone, and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. There are over 250 creators behind us ready to dive into these games. And
So I'm just gonna sort out
to be here with you today to unveil the future of Call of Duty. I'm Golden Boy, your host for today, alongside the one and only Stephanie Snowden. You may know her as the studio communications director, and we are thrilled to go into what's going to be upcoming for the 20th year of Call of Duty.
Just up the contrast on this.
It's a little bit younger than us.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Just a touch. Thank you so much for not revealing my age.
You're quite welcome. We don't do that here. It's a
I'm
safe place.
older than
Thank you.
Call of Duty.
I'm thrilled to be
That
here.
is
It
mad.
is an electric
How is that
atmosphere. It's absolutely
even possible?
incredible. And I am so ready to talk about Call of Duty.
Come on.
It's been an entire calendar year of us saying next. Well, guess what? That starts today. We're here to talk about Modern Warfare 3, and we're going to be getting into gameplay very, very soon. But we have some amazing guests coming in from the studios. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's right. We also have some awesome viewership rewards as well for people to watch at home. Isn't that right, Steph?
It's true. Make sure you're dialed in on the broadcast here at COD Next, because you will have a chance to unlock in-game rewards for Modern Warfare 3 just for watching this stream on the official Call of Duty or Twitch YouTube channels. Take a look in chat.
Okay,
on
yeah,
either
sorry,
of
I'm
these
just checking
streams
audio.
for more details
pretty good.
for your chance to earn some of the awesome loot on the screen. I want that weapon charm.
Yeah, that's right. So make sure you go out there.
Turn my
watch
phone
it.
on.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
there's no reason for you not to. But we've got some good stuff coming up on the horizon. But Steph, what do we have coming up first? And this is one I'm very excited about.
Yes,
personally.
we are diving straight into Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer.
Oh, here we
Joining
go.
us now, the multiplayer team from Sledgehammer Games. Adam Isco.
By the
Senior
way, I will
Development
be
Director,
doing-
Greg Reisdorf,
I'll
Multiplayer
try,
Creative Director,
as I have
and
to
Kim Ligon, Development
go to bed
Director.
early
Guys,
for the work.
welcome. I am so stoked to talk about
Try and
your
get my
game.
reactions out.
Where
Great to be
do
here.
we even start? You know,
Possible.
I have an idea.
'Cause I know the beta for
Yeah, we have
PS5 comes
we have
out
a direction that we're going to go
tomorrow,
in,
so
thankfully, but,
we'll be
guys,
streaming
this has to
that.
feel very freeing. It has to feel like now you're going to be able to talk about this thing that you've been working on for so long here, and you're going to also have these incredible creators playing it all in
can't
real
wait.
time.
Yeah, it's
I
wonderful
cannot
to be
wait.
here.
I've
It's wonderful to
seen
have all the
some,
creators being able to
um,
play, give us feedback on the game right away, and have everybody play in beta tomorrow. It's gonna be
I've seen
great.
some
Jump right into beta tomorrow, folks. We'll be talking about that
some
more later to
gameplay
remind you. But we're gonna
already.
Get straight into gameplay for the folks behind us. But before we do, Greg,
looking
can you give
nice.
us a top
The
line of
sound
what the
effects
community
of when
can
you
expect,
hit the
in
enemy
multiplayer
and when
experience
they
for Modern
die
Warfare 3?
and when they
We have
hit
one
the
of
head.
the greatest
headshot.
sets of
Oh
launch maps
my
ever coming to the
goodness.
game. And we've taken these maps and we've
Absolutely
really
beautiful.
revitalized them and modernized them with the latest in visuals, audio, effects.
Powered
as
by
well as
Elgato.
gameplay
Yeah, my
coming
bloody thing
coming
where
to bat on
was
those.
messing up.
And it's
All
just
I had to do,
fantastic
spend
have a-
8+
we also
hours
have a
figuring out how
ton
to
of
do
new
it.
mechanics
I had to
coming
just
the
put in
game
in the
around
in a
movement,
different
around being able to be
USB port.
responsive in the moment in that combat. And
Dr.
we have one of
Lupo.
we have the largest set of weapons ever in Modern Warfare in
The
multiplayer.
customization
Yeah,
on the
with carry
game
forward
is
from Modern
really
Warfare 2,
weird.
of course, you're gonna
If
be
you
taking
haven't
your
seen,
toys with you,
you get like a
which
pistol, you
remind
can turn it
people
into an
throughout the day.
SMG,
But
and you
with
can
that
build around
largest
it.
weapon slate coming
So it's
to
literally a
multiplayer
pistol
in
with
Modern
like
Warfare 3. Very
a
exciting. Very
mag,
exciting stuff.
with a
Yeah.
stock.
I'm looking forward to seeing as soon as our
So,
game results
yeah.
decided to like load up and get into the action. It's going to be really pumped. We're going to be all really pumped to just see it because I had a chance to play it. And I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. So, I mean, credit to you guys for making something that is not just fun, but also brings back a very familiar feeling for old heads like myself that just, like me some good old-fashioned boots on ground COD.
Thank you. That is awesome. We play it every day, and like every day I come in, I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to get in there and just grind away.
Yeah, and each year, with the franchise, we intend to take a step forward. Modern Warfare 3 is definitely that. It's the next chapter.
I can't believe I missed the
And one of
Warzone
things you mentioned
series
that I think
in
we'll be talking
London.
a lot about today is this
Only
player
30 minutes
freedom
away from me.
in a lot of different ways. Adam, what can we expect to see down there when the gameplay starts?
I think we've already heard some great positive feedback from the people that really know this game and breathe it every day. So
Well-
I think once the gameplay kicks off and everybody is able to
Well,
get their hands on it,
everyone
the beta
gives
starting
feedback,
tomorrow,
we don't really
we're
listen
gonna
to
see,
it.
continued positive sentiment around the feel of Modern Warfare 3.
Well, you know what? I think the time for talk is past, and it brings me great joy to say, let the games begin.
Oh, here we
Let's
go.
check out Modern Warfare 3 for the first time on stream. This is so exciting.
Oh,
And,
my
look,
goodness.
there's going to be a lot to dive into. We're going to be pretty much here the entire time talking through this and then pointing out things that we see, things that catch our attention that we want to highlight for the community. And as it stands right now, I mean, we have all these incredible creators, Stephanie, that are participating in this.
Oh my
And
God,
you
the
know
say-
that they're
oh my God,
loving
the
every
XP
minute
as
of playing
well.
some kill confirm with the homies, always a good time.
Yeah, I think we want to start off with talking about maps. There's so much to talk about, but let's start small for today. We're going to be playing 5 maps here, and those are the 5 multiplayer core 6v6 maps that are in beta. Greg, you want to take us through what we're
That's their
Yeah,
end, by the
well,
way.
right now we're watching a little bit of Skid Row, and that
my
is you know,
God.
a great map. to have in the
Iconic.
back. And we have Rust here.
Rust.
And again, Rust is, there's so much happening in these
come on.
maps. And
That's their end, by the
you know,
way,
Adam,
not mine.
what else are we seeing? What else are we going to have in the beta?
Well,
We
so-
have
There's
many-
Favela.
As Stephanie
Yes.
mentioned,
They
today
can't
we're
really
playing
say
5 of the
even
16
the visual-
core 6v6s
visual
that
glitch
we're
today,
launching on day 1 with Modern Warfare 3. So we're
The
talking
streams ain't
Favela,
working very well.
Estate, Rust, Skid Row, High Rise,
Yeah.
all of which are stone cold classics that we've
The hit
modernized
marker.
to accommodate the Modern Warfare 3 updated player mechanics,
just
and
feeling.
movement and gameplay and weapon feel.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to get a little taste of what's going to be in the
I
beta.
can't wait for the
and
zombies.
then,
Oh my God.
give players some excitement around what's launching on day 1.
Because
It's
I have
really,
been on
fun
the
for me,
grind
as I had mentioned previously, having
on
played,
Cold
and
War,
competed way back
constantly
in the day,
doing the
Modern
Easter
Warfare
eggs,
2 and
constantly
stuff,
doing
I've seen
3v3
maps return
gunfights
again. Because, like, I look at Favela
Ugh.
and I remember, a long time
Just
ago,
need something
Placer
new.
eliminated me from a game battles tournament and absolutely bopped
And I'm
me
telling
in
the truth,
in front of all my
Vanguard,
friends.
I
He
still
doesn't
haven't
remember it,
played
but I remember it for the rest of my
Sheena
life.
Numa
Favela-
and
Favela
the
holds a
last
special
map.
place in my
I
heart,
still
for
haven't
sure.
played
I think
them
the
zombies.
coolest thing for me is,
The Vanguard's
dropping into
so
a brand new set
bad.
of maps, but having enough familiarity. I know right where I am, right? But a lot of what we've done and what we're going to see today.
It looks
these
very smooth.
great sledgehammer touches that you guys have brought to these maps, made modern for Modern Warfare 3.
That's right. We've stayed true to the original level design and layout of the original maps. So if you remember some sweet
Oh,
spots,
wow.
some lines of sight from the
DM
originals,
is that the
those are still gonna be there. But we've also made
Diamante?
some adjustments to just make them feel better for Modern
I don't really know
Warfare
my
3's
gun names.
player movement and weapon feel, and we feel like it's a really happy.
Wow,
medium and a great
look at
balance between the two.
Here's my personal favorite, Kim.
Agreed.
I would like to talk to you about this, fellow high
By the
rise
way,
fans.
you can actually go
I
on
know
the
you're back
roof.
here talking
I see
Like the
players
good old
already,
days.
figuring out some of the Easter eggs of the original maps and how to get back into it.
Oh yeah, well there was
Wow,
only one way
look
to
at
try and
that.
take over bomb site and S&D. You had to hit the little catwalk on the opening of the map. Come on, guys.
Everybody yesterday, I saw all the creators at the red carpet event. They're all like, I'm sniping off the map. I'm sniping off the ladder on high res. Watch me. I'm a 360 off it. I'm like, oh, here we go. We're already there.
Yeah, that's
It
their
was
end,
so
by the way.
important to us to keep all of those opening moves that you remember from back in the day, and being able to have those in the game, but also have this modernization of the movement, how we're able to work with the high mantles in the game now, like
Yeah.
all of this stuff that we're watching in high res. You can now go over a lot of this with
So that-
mantles.
so
You
the
can
gun
go
he's
over,
he's
like, you
got,
can
it's
do
like
time
a-
canceling, you could do all of
Well, I
that
was going to
in-
ask about
It's like
that.
a
Did that
Scar cross
create
something.
a layer of, maybe some complexity with
But
the
it's got
slide
such a long barrel.
canceling and stuff like that, like trying to ensure that the map
He's
don't get just
SMG's like
completely,
a
turned upside down.
It does. And one of the
MP7.
things about these maps is these maps were made 14 years ago, like,
Yeah.
and
Cross.
to have that, like, we had to make them ready to go for 2023, right? We've added that modernization to them, to what gamers expect, to what our Call of Duty
Game design
fans.
changed a lot in those
Right,
years.
Yeah, it is, and you have to bring everything up to the standard of today. And when we've gone through and we've maintained a lot of that within these maps, and there's a few places where we've had to make exceptions for that, but for the most part, like, you can go in, those lines of sights that were there are
Yeah.
still there, and you're going to have fun. You're going to be able to do those opening moves, those opening snipe shots, especially in high rise, just off the
course.
bat.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And keeping
This
that
was
conversation
it
going, what
roughly
are
this time last
the
year
maps
we
like?
were
'Cause I know that there's
looking
gonna
at
be
MW2.
more down the line.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Let's talk about the launch maps. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in addition to these 5 that we're playing today, day one on launch, we're going to get the rest of the 16 OGs from 2009. So we're talking Karachi, Invasion,
Wow.
Afghan,
Yeah.
Glory, Skid Row,
Yes, Afghan.
you know,
Give me the scrap.
Sub-Base, Rundown. Yeah, like it's all there and on and on.
Oh,
and
we
on.
got
So,
the
like,
scrap.
Yeah, so we're super excited to be
Terminal.
bringing those. And in addition to those OGs, we have some new ground war maps that we're launching too. So we have 3 ground war
People
maps that are brand
I
new.
guess people
which
must
is
play
the,
ground
you know,
war
the
for them to
traditional,
actually
like, 32
release it
32
every
vehicle
time.
gameplay. Yeah,
Yes.
so that's going to be an awesome, you know.
There are other
alternative
creators
for
in,
people if they want to take a break from
this
66
event.
or just mash it up.
Like, want to go bigger, but you don't necessarily want to dive fully into Warzone. You have ground war. That is so for people like me who like
Honestly, the
you know,
hit marker
big,
sounds
crazy, like,
so
huge
nice.
battles like this is so exciting.
And the
Yeah.
XP.
Ground War is a great mode for that. And aside from Ground War, I'm excited to say that there is another mode coming back that many of us know and love originally from Call of Duty World War II, and that is War Mode.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, we are super.
I
War
never
mode holds,
played
a special place in my heart too.
World,
From 2017.
World War
it's,
II?
it's a
World
brand new
War II?
map that's launching on day one as well. It's got
World
the
War II, that's
attacker
what it is.
defender gameplay that we remember from the mode, the linear objectives, the buildables, the scripted
did I
events.
play this map?
It's really exciting to see that be
No,
part
I
of our
never
day
played
one
this
launch slate
map.
as well.
Awesome. So
Must have
we've
been the
got
DLC,
Ground War.
'cause I never
we've
played that.
got Core 6v6. We've got War Mode, and a little something we're going to get to later in the show, a brand new mode coming to multiplayer that will be available at launch.
That's right.
And also playable in the beta. Very
That's right.
exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting
Hey.
Yeah, it's really so cool to see a lot of these players get back to the roots, you know, because you can even see it. Like, something I always enjoyed about a lot of these like big reveal events, right, is everyone loads in, they're discovering these maps. for the
Scum
first
bloody
time.
hell.
They're
You
seeing them
need
with
to
fresh
turn down
eyes.
that
But
lighting.
That's not the case. We got a lot of familiarity here, and now they're the fresh eyes.
You
gonna
need
be
to
like,
load
what
that-
did they
you need to
add? What did they
turn that
what did they
down.
contribute to like make this into their own vision of a map? But I do appreciate as a competitive guy that you guys really focused on keeping the core of the maps.
Oh.
We love these maps. Like
my
these are,
God.
we've adopted these maps internally at Sledgehammer. We treat them as our own, and we've gone through every nook and cranny, understanding them, understanding where all of the Easter eggs are, where all the line sites are. We have tons and tons of PowerPoints about it that just allow us to go through and really understand like what makes these maps work.
Don't you
And
ever
then what we've done is
do
we've
a
taken that nostalgia
Vanguard
and we've also
again.
added that modernization of spice on top of it, that when you're playing these, when you're coming back to them, it is familiar, but also new at the same time, where you're now able to mantle over things that you were never able to get to. You're able to get up on top of things. Right here, we're watching.
Oh, there we
you know,
go.
some
Yeah.
high-
There it is.
I
There it
live
is.
here. I live here.
Right on. And to Greg's point too, when these maps first came out in 2009, Hardpoint did not exist.
Yeah.
Kill
Yeah.
Confirm did not exist. So those are brand new modes for these maps that were never
Well,
experienced. the
I'm
first
interested
time
to see how those modes potentially like elevate some of these maps that maybe were, you know, less played like competitively or even casually back in the day.
Whole new experience.
Whole new
people.
experience.
Yeah.
Whole new experience. You have some of those maps, those larger maps in, you know, Modern Warfare 209, like Derail and Underpass.
Oh my goodness,
And those
Dalek!
play fantastic when you
Hey!
get into 10v10 or 12v12. We've had those. Those modes are coming. They're going to come out after launch. And it's just fabulous to be able to play them on there. We also have control for those, you know,
Yeah.
CDL players
Yeah.
out there.
EDL folks. Yes.
And it's going to be amazing to watch the competitive community go to town on these maps and really, you know, play them and
Oh
understand
my
what's happening.
God.
Well, we're watching some great kill confirmed action here. We've been flipping around a bit, and find me in that sniper lane. That's all I got to say on High Rise. I will be there. I will be waiting for you in the beta tomorrow.
This is so great. I mean,
ADS ready.
I know we've been talking a lot about the 20-year anniversary of Call of Duty, but like, what better way to celebrate that than like, you know, with
These classic
dropping
maps.
all of these
Yeah.
16 day one. You know,
We're
it's
looking
a-
at High
yeah.
Rise in 2023, and it's brand new. It's so cool. I'm just
Pretty
gonna
awesome.
take a moment to appreciate that. Like, you know, it's not every day that you get to not just go back and like relive things that you enjoyed so much growing up, but then also to there are some streamers here who are younger than Call of Duty's launch, you know,
That's right.
20 years ago. So they're going to get to experience this really with a fresh coat of paint for the first time ever. That has to feel quite liberating for you guys, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think really these maps hold up for, you know, old school veterans as well as like people who are brand new to
Oh,
Call of
yeah,
Duty.
the,
This is your first game.
sorry,
playing Call of
I was
Duty.
just waiting
You're
for-
obviously
Never been a better time to jump in. Yeah, I mean, you're absorbing so much of COD's history. To your point, what a better way to celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty than with
done.
these
Put it on my mind.
iconic maps returning.
Put it on my
in
mind.
an
Anyway,
all-new
shotgun.
way. And we're going to talk about all those new ways.
So I've been
as
running a
part of
shotgun
the,
a lot
you know,
in the
the
Cold War
innovations that you
zombies.
guys have brought to gameplay.
So they need to
in just a second, but we want to
have
remind
some
the audience
good-
out there that while
good
you're
shotguns in
watching
this.
gameplay today, you will get to play it starting tomorrow. Take a look here at the beta schedule.
Oh, yes.
For players
Oh,
who
yes.
pre-order
We'll be
on
live
PlayStation,
tomorrow.
starting tomorrow, and next week for players
time?
who order on Xbox and PC. The maps, modes, weapons.
Oh, yeah, the
you're seeing
campaign
here
comes out
today,
on the 2nd
those
of
are in beta,
November.
So are 2 new ground war maps and in-game rewards for playing. So anyway, take a look, take notes here with the pros playing, tune into the stream, get some hot tips before you drop into your first match tomorrow.
That's right. It's gonna be quite exciting
Oh
to see, you know, everyone across like all the different
What?
platforms, just like going live, playing COD, like, and then again loading up.
He's
and
a-
then
he- oh
seeing,
my-
like,
he's a- he's
scrap
on
yard,
gas
high rise.
mask.
Still just
Gas
blows my
mask.
mind. I genuinely am so excited about this. But you know, there are a lot of like maps that returning fans like myself definitely will enjoy. But you know, I love some new. You know, is there anything that we should be expecting, you know, like post-launch as far as like maps go?
Oh, definitely. I am very, very excited to tell you both today that starting season 1,
Oh,
we
that
have
reload.
a bunch of new maps coming. So season 1, we're dropping 3. Season 2, dropping 3 more new ones. So over the course of our entire live season, there will be 12 new 6v6 maps coming to
Hey,
Modern
that's
Warfare 3.
brilliant.
Awesome.
So
Launching
you can-
with 16, 12 down the road. That is a
Right.
big map pool to choose from.
And these are all different sizes of
That's
maps,
brilliant.
different locales, for all different play
So
styles.
does it
You know, you
mean
might
they're gonna be
see
doing
one or
more
two fan favorites
remasters?
come back as well over the course of live season, but we have a bunch of new maps coming that
Hey.
we're really excited about.
Black Ops 2,
And those are
2025.
6v6
Yep,
Remaster.
competitive
6v6.
maps that players can play. There are other maps in there as well that we'll talk about once we get into the live season, but 6v6 core maps
Stay tuned.
right off the bat.
Brand
And
new.
guess what? With all of those maps, it's back. You know what you can do with them? You can vote. We're going to see it in a
Yes,
while.
we got
Soon, but
voting back.
Voting is back, folks.
Yeah, that's huge.
Get excited.
Yeah, but-
I mean, the community has
Same-
been thrilled.
same with-
I can't wait to see it in action
Am-
here
am I
today.
not-
I'll be taking notes
Am
on
I wrong in saying
which
that
ones we
Cold
know are
War
the
also had
ringers of
voting
the
on it?
group. I think we have a good feeling.
Somebody voted for a state, it looks like. Here, we're looking at a state.
Oh,
right now.
nice, yeah.
Somebody voted for that.
I-
Yeah, that's a good one for snipers.
I like a state.
Yep.
I think we
Always have.
we have an idea of where the maps are going to land. And the
Well,
loading,
that
but when
gun's
when
gonna be
account for the new
beast in,
modes, the modes that you
Warzone.
were never
Yeah.
playing in there before.
Yeah.
When you get into hardpoint and you need that space to have that rotation, it'll be interesting to see what ones are popping
Oh,
up. at the
that's
top.
what I'm looking forward to. I want to jump into a private match lobby with my friends and run around and see where the hard points are on you know, these, like on Derailed or something
Yeah.
like that. Because Skid Row, like, I was actually talking with Nameless in the back about this. It's like these maps now, like you have maps like Skid Row that can actually like be potentially viable, like
What is wrong
competitively,
with
which is
their-
quite
their
exciting.
lighting?
It just changes the entire like feel
Right.
of
Yep.
the offering, which, you know, we didn't have back then.
We've honestly already been talking to CDL a little bit about some of their favorites, about what they might want to play, and
Oh,
it's great
yeah.
to get their
Oh, look
feedback
at these.
early on to see how the competitive.
All right, we're looking at Lupo, my guy
Ooh.
Lupo. He is
good at sniping.
in his loadout editor. We can get a good look here. He's got the lightweight boots. And Kim, I would love if you
Yeah.
would take us through what we're seeing here and how loadout select has changed and what players can expect.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here, so someone is looking at our boots category. This is actually one of our new categories for perks. So we've split up the perks into 3 different categories. We have boots, gloves, and gear. And you're going to see some fan favorites
Oh,
come
this
back.
is-
We
oh,
remixed
wow.
some of the perks, and we brought some new ones into the fray. Now, they're all also represented with physical gear items. So everything that you see there has some contextualization for players. So it's not just a list of things you're selecting from. It's like you're getting these movement boosts because you're bringing
Yeah,
in
but
boots. or you're
Yeah.
getting this,
I'm not being, you know,
weapon handling bump because you're
downer
bringing in
on this.
gloves.
I feel
So
like
we really
adding
to add that
gloves
sort
and
of
stuff like that, you can see
context
your
for players
perks.
to understand what they're
If there's
bringing
like a
in for
visual
perks.
glitch,
Yeah, it's different, it's logical,
And,
but
like,
you're also
bugs
going to
happening
see
in that
some of the
section.
same perks
That's
that we
more
know and love.
for
So
the
Call of
the
Duty fans will
developers
be
to
familiar
focus
with
on.
them, but presented in an all-new way. What are you
in-game
guys most excited about to
issues.
see here with players
I don't
getting
know
into
about
that loadout edit,
I don't
kind
know.
of customizing these builds out for
Ooh,
their
good
playstyles?
Russ.
I think for me, it's all of the movement aspects of it, right? So we have so many things that are on there on perks that are around. We have one that allows you
Okay.
to slide further.
The knee
It'll-
pads.
Yeah, the knee pad. The
Greg, I've been using the
pads.
I've been using the tack pads.
And then we have the
Anyway, look at
lightweight
the
boots. We
skin.
have the canvas sneakers. I also hear those are your favorite.
I'm sneaky. I'm trying to move. I
Yeah.
need all the help I can get.
Yeah.
We need all the things.
So, and those are just going to cancel
Where's
out
that Noah J?
your noise when you're moving around. They're going to eliminate footsteps.
the true silent movement
The
perk
true silent
is
movement
back.
perk
Yep.
is there.
Can confirmed, have used it, heard nothing.
See, the thing is,
It
though,
very
as they're going to
silent.
reveal, we
It's
might
only
see some
footsteps.
gameplay.
Oh yeah, no, I could. Well, yeah.
these
well,
critics
also,
who
you know,
play
I can't
multiplayer
hear anymore either. Old age, anyway.
Don't play
No,
zombies.
no.
We're
Making these
playing
old jokes. I don't know what's happening.
But hey,
Oh, it's
I
the
guess
shotgun.
when, you know, you're talking about Call of Duty having been around for so long. It's just amazing how we've all just grown up with this, right? And you guys are seeing these things that happened back then. You know, the way the game was made, and
Come
you're
on, Dr.
taking
Lupo.
ways to like improve upon it, while
Oh.
also again keeping it very familiar, but
Oh
also keeping
my.
it very fresh. Something that really stuck out to me, Kim, is you guys bringing back that classic radar, right? You know, you got your
Classic
mini map
mini-map.
with red dots on there.
Yeah.
I love it.
That
I'm
shotgun
glad
is
that came back in.
beefy.
Yeah, we are too. I mean, so any unsuppressed weapon fire will show up
That
as a red
is
dot
so
on the
beefy.
minimap, and we think it's really just a core intel piece for our player base for Modern Warfare 3. We really want to make sure that people know where the firefights are happening, really understand, you know, and as we mentioned earlier about just knowing the maps and being very familiar.
Oh,
and
so
all
it's-
those things like you can see the red
There's a
dots
gas
on the
mask.
minimaps, and you can
And you can actually
understand,
use
I know the
drone.
map
Oh, you've got a
already
drone as
potentially
a
coming in.
lethal.
I know how to get
Hey.
a flank. I know where we're going to
That's
go.
good.
You can strategize more with your
And have it as a
teammates.
field upgrade.
So, you know, we really just felt that bringing back the classic was absolutely the way to go.
It's
Shotgun
classic
sounds
gameplay
so
returned
good.
to classic
Oh, Planet's
maps. I
macro.
think to your point, on these maps, it makes perfect sense, especially with the familiarity. And even for new players, you're going to figure these maps out quickly. But it's it feels right. It feels great. I've really loved
Oh,
seeing it
he's
have a
reloading.
direct way to engage.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to hear you guys talk about that. And that's not the only piece of classic gameplay that you'll see returning in Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, tell me more.
Tell me more. We've talked about a little bit of movement.
Dolphin
but I'd like to
diving.
get into some of the nitty-gritty slide animation.
I haven't
cancel,
heard that yet,
reload
but
animation
Yes.
cancel.
it's confirmed that
Yeah.
dolphin diving is back.
Yeah, so we felt really strongly about bringing back slide cancel and reload cancel. You know, and in both of those things, really the core was we wanted players to feel responsive and feel like they had a lot of
I know,
options.
Modern Warfare
so we know
2.
that when you commit to doing a slide,
Reloading.
you're stuck on a pretty linear
Ouch.
trajectory. We know that when you're doing a reload, some of those weapons have really long reloads. It's a real big commitment. So even after doing that, we wanted to make sure that players had the choice to cancel out of that because we know things change moment to moment so quickly in these battles. And it just
Hang
it,
on, I
it
wanna
felt
check
right,
something quickly.
you know, and we're just so happy that we have it back in. And we know that I think we feel that players are really going to be happy these things are back in.
Awesome. We're going to see it a lot here today. I'm sure we have our movement kings and queens getting around the map in new and interesting ways. Now, Greg, time to kill, or TTK. Always a hot topic
Yes.
with our players, with our community. It's
Okay,
complex.
Noah J
it
and
has
all
a
that
lot
are
of
streaming.
different moving pieces when we talk about it. Can you give us details on what to expect in terms of time to kill for Modern Warfare 3?
Yes, I can. I can give you the exact
Yes, you
details.
can.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Only the exact details.
Only the
Oh my
exact
God.
details. So rather than 100 health, we have 150 health across all of our players.
So
That's
that's got
good.
parity with Warzone.
So that is parity
That's
with
good, that's
Warzone,
good.
what's currently live in Warzone.
Yep.
And it'll also carry over into Modern Warfare 3
Yep.
Season 1 as well.
Come on.
And what we've also done with that
So
time
that
to kill,
gas
so what
mask
you're gonna
must be
notice
the
is
stim.
it's much more consistent across the board. So we've eliminated
Must
some
be.
of these spikes that we've had in the past. Because our modifiers, so we have modifiers on your, when
Melee.
you get a headshot, it does more damage.
Melee-
When you do a limb shot.
Whether or not
it
that
does
dude
less
got
damage.
hit,
So we kind of normalize
that-
those and close
he-
the gap
that was a
between them.
one-hit
And
melee.
What that allows for you as a player is you're able to really have this experience where it's consistent. So when you're putting bullets on target, it is now like you get that feeling, you get that rhythm back into your gameplay. And you're able to go from combat to combat and start to feel that pace of combat, especially with our hit
That
markers
gun-
now.
that's
like
gun-
the sound effects.
that
if you haven't had a
gun
chance
is
to
gonna be
listen
really
to them,
good
like,
in
they're
Warzone.
fantastic. The audio
Whether or
team's
not
done
it's
a
fully
great job with them.
customized.
Hit markers.
We have
Looks
also-
like it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, hit marker visuals as well. So you're also notice that headshot hit marker. So that's when that extra damage is going
Courage.
to come into play, and it's normalized across the board. So it is a little longer. You could respond to getting shot. Like as soon as you start to see your screen light up red, You can pull away, you can get into cover, and really take that engagement in the way that you want to take that engagement.
Yeah, I think with those visual identifiers and with the audio cues, kind of taking that step forward a little bit, you certainly
The
feel
hit
that you have a bit
markers
more time to
just sound-
evade. Definitely.
Yes.
You have more
So good.
survivability, you have more options with the freedom of movement
Yes, it certainly
to get out of combat.
So HUD
and that
looks
includes a new
looks the
thing
same.
that I would like
They've
to talk
also
about called
added
backstance.
Yes,
four
backstance
columns,
is,
no, well,
is
four
a
columns,
fantastic
four,
addition
like,
to our movement set as
whatever you
well
call it,
as
underneath the
what
kill
you're doing with
streaks.
tactical gameplay.
It would take 4 kills
It
to
is a
upgrade that.
mix it's right
get
in
that,
between
kill streak.
your aim down the sight, so you're very like
That's,
you know,
that's
pinpoint
good.
accuracy, and your hip fire. So the hip fire is going to be that big
Yep.
spread that you have. And so what it allows you to do is when you're in ADS, you can actually go in and toggle tack
We just
stance.
saw the UI pop up
Oh, sweet,
on
there
the
it is.
screen.
There's
So
tack stance
it's
right
gonna
there.
it's gonna appear as down on the D-pad.
Wow.
Yeah.
For those of
And
you
for any
watching
like
gameplay.
sweats out there, I think it's important to note this is kind of it takes like an assault rifle and turns it into almost like a little bit of a sub, where
Yeah.
you can kind of like push corners
One-
a little bit more aggressively
Canted.
with it.
So
And
everyone's
for
just
CQB.
gonna
yeah. So
ignore
it feels like
one
you're getting
hit.
the best of both worlds
One
with it,
hit
while also still obviously
shot
you're
with
not going to get the full benefits of
with
using
a
it.
Python.
And so those LMGs, like being able to take those longer range, when we talked earlier about
Yeah.
Derail or some of the larger maps, like you want to be able to run a longer gun. So being able to take that in and then going to canted, going to tack stance, inside, indoors, going
Yeah.
in those warehouses is a fabulous mechanic to have.
We just saw it here. We're seeing some clips of it. Yep.
Yeah, and it is very good. I'm just having used it myself.
Honestly,
I
audio
can see the application for it,
sounds
and I think we're going to see
brilliant.
some awesome outplay opportunities.
I'm just
Like,
hoping that
players
they've
are gonna
got
go
the
nuts for that feature,
footsteps
I think.
right.
Yeah.
It's also nice just if you have a specific playstyle. Adam, you mentioned it's really great for close quarters.
No, I'll
combat,
find out
which is
tomorrow what it's like.
What I have used it for when I've been playtesting with you guys. But I think it's there if you want it, and if you're not, if you're not into it,
Yeah.
don't use it. You know, it's an option. It's again that optionality for players to choose how they engage with movement and all of these new fun toys that we're showing off in Modern Warfare 3.
And there are option settings for that tack stance. Right now it's on the down D-pad. If you're not a controller masher like I am, I get in there,
That's
I
me.
panic a little
Yeah.
bit. There's
All the
options
buttons.
for you to allow you to put it on your stick.
Seems like Ross is a lot
if
bigger
you're not a keyboard
in
and
this.
mouse player. And you can go in and it is much more like it is a skill at that point, being able to utilize that in those close quarters combat.
Right. Adam, I see you studying gameplay intently. We're on Rust here. What are we seeing?
I love me some Rust.
What's your second
And, you know, just talking about the options any player can use. Somebody was running a shotgun a second ago. Now we're seeing somebody with an AR. There's snipers up at the top of the tower. There's, you know, on a map like this, that's
A lot of variety.
yeah, that's really like fast gameplay. You can still see it. It's viable for all different play styles, which is really exciting.
Yeah, there really is nothing better than grabbing a shotty and just running around the map and
Wow.
I mean,
playing like a
he
man.
just had the
Okay.
Renetti out. He's going ham with it.
Going
so
in.
You got all different options here. We're probably going to see a lot of that on Rust today.
Taking a hard point right now.
Well, this has been really fun to check out, and we have plenty more to watch, without a doubt here. But we're going to take a quick break from the gameplay for a brief second. We actually wanted to mention an awesome partnership between Call of Duty and the Hundreds. Now, you're taking a look here. We should be seeing in a moment at a limited edition Call of Duty Hundreds clothing line, and you have a chance to win one of these 50 sets. It's so simple.
good.
All you got to do is follow at Call of Duty on X or Twitter, and make sure you tweet or post hashtag CODNEXT and hashtag
I still call it
sweepstakes
Twitter.
for a chance to win one of 50 sets of the Ghost Bomb collection. So follow the channel, tweet the hashtags for a chance to win a set from this awesome lineup. And let's just go ahead and jump right back into the gameplay. And Greg, you know, we'll toss one over to you here. So for anyone who has been playing Modern Warfare 2, right, you know, we now know like their inventory, that's going to be making its way over to this game, which is really, really cool. And it creates that like value for that player. Like, hey, my time
What
here
is that?
was worthwhile.
Exactly.
Is that
It,
AK?
it is all about honoring the player investment for us. Like we call this carry forward. We
Sounds
talked
like
a
an
little bit
AK
about
with
it
a-
before.
with a sniper
We had some blog posts
scope on
about
it.
it. But with carry forward, all of your investment into Modern Warfare 2 is coming over into Modern Warfare 3. So any weapon that you unlocked is available for you day one in Modern Warfare 3. So you can go ahead and use that any
That's good.
operator that you've purchased or that you've unlocked as well. So if you got that spawn operator from season 6,
Yeah,
The
it's
season two
annoying
battle pass
that
is coming
you know
with
they
us.
completely got rid of
They're
Caldera.
day one, and it's
A lot
fantastic
of
to have
people
even all of those blueprints
played
and everything
that more
coming
than
in,
multiplayer.
with your weapon
And then they
level as
cancelled
well
it
is available.
beginning of
All your
September.
attachments, your camos are there.
Camos, if you completed your mastery camos, you got your
And no
Orion.
progress,
That's
you know.
coming with
But
us
don't
too.
worry, the grind is still there
Transfers.
for the Modern Warfare 3 weapons because it has its own set of completionist camos as well that you can go in and grind your heart out for those and go ahead and get those, you know, in the game.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of the other new challenges coming to Modern Warfare 3 in a little bit, but exciting to hear that the camo grind is real. We'll be back on it before we know it. More to come soon.
Oh yeah, more to come. I love it. More to come soon. So ominous.
News at 6.
Well, speaking of weapons, though, I love the fact that we're going to get carried forward. I like the fact that, you know, there's plenty as we were seeing here. What other new weapons might we, you know, be treated to, I guess, moving forward?
It seems
We
like
have a
it's
bunch of new
limited at the
weapons coming
moment, as
in
you
Modern
know.
Warfare
It's
3. We have over 30 new weapons that you
Showcase.
can experience, level, get new attachments for them. We have new global attachments as well that are available that you can use across all of your weapons.
Wow.
Yeah, even the Modern Warfare 2
can't wait to
weapons.
play this.
And then we
Been
have
so
20
long.
plus operators that are there for you to unlock and be able to use and experience.
It's got to be like
If you don't
10
mind me
years since
asking,
I've
how, it must have been a fun challenge to take those weapons from MW2 and then
Since
bring them
I've
over
touched
to
Modern
MW3
Warfare
and like
2.
really
Oh
try.
yeah, it's been
How was
a
that?
fun
Played.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, it's been great, and being
Yeah,
able to
I
have
wanna
all
know
of
what
those
that gas
weapons and being
mask
able
does.
to- your
That has
arsenal
to be
come
the
with
stim.
you is an amazing experience.
Or it
to
must
make
give you an
guys.
extra,
It is. It's very important for us
extra
to
health.
honor our players and be able to.
I didn't
you
really
know,
focus
take
on
all
what
of
it
that
did.
You spent a year in this game. We need to bring that into the next game and allow you to be able to experience it and have fun and not set you back all the way. We still have 1 to 55. You're going to be able to level that.
That is the
again.
stim. Yeah, that
and
is
we
the
have
stim,
new
the gas
content
mask.
in there for you to experience.
All the bells and whistles.
All the bells
Okay.
and whistles is there, but being able to have those weapons, being able to make it work with all of the attachments.
It's
we're
good they
actually
didn't
doing tuning on
go
those weapons as well, so
too
they're not going to
crazy
be
with the
exactly the
veins
same. They're
on
going to
that.
Get the balance pass for Modern
they're going to
Warfare
have
3.
the essence of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons.
Oh,
but they're not
wow.
going to be one-to-one. You can actually go in, and our friends at Binox have been able to put in detailed weapon stats for us. And it is,
I
you're going to be able to go
know.
in and look at all of those intricacies.
Warzone MOBA.
Check out what their headshot multipliers are. Check out what their limb damage is. All
Wow.
of that stuff in there.
And that brings up attachment tuning. Attachment tuning is coming to.
Yeah, I wanna
Modern
see
Warfare
more
3.
into that.
It is. It's part of Modern Warfare 2. It's part of
I
the carry
hated the
forward.
Modern
Yeah.
Warfare 2 though.
Yeah, excellent stuff. I think
Where you had to
we're all just
use
happy that
all these
you know,
different type of guns
what
to
I had
unlock
already used
one
is gonna-
attachment
is going to come with me.
for the gun that
Nicki
you
Minaj
want.
is coming with you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Modern
Thank
Warfare
you
3.
so much.
Yes.
That
No,
was
you're
what I
concerned.
needed to know about. Not Spawn. Although I do love me some Spawn.
The barbs are thrilled. Kim, we are seeing some epic looking skins and weapons on our creators here today. In fact, right now, if you look at the screen, check that out. I believe these are from the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. Can you give us some additional info?
Yeah.
Oh,
happy
wow,
to.
look
So
at
what you're
that.
seeing right now are the weapon camos that are going to be in our Vault Edition. There's a blue and a
Yeah,
red
I ain't getting the
version.
Vault
So
Edition.
there's the Crimson
Nah.
Fate is what we're calling one of them, and the Carbon Fate is the other. And these will be applicable on 4 different weapons if you get the Vault Edition,
completely
plus all
obliterate.
of their attachments. And they're reactive.
least she just
so the better you
disappeared.
do in the match, the more eliminations you get in a match, the more you'll start to see
Oh,
that
wow.
visual change on your weapon. And as you can see also, the operators have their own versions of this. These
So
are the
cool.
Nemesis skins. So there is a blue version and a red version there. The blue version goes on Price and Ghost, and the red version goes on Warden and Makarov. Those are the 4 operators that get these skins. Same reactive tech, so you're going to see a little bit of the silver, metallic, shiny looking skin come up on the hands and the torso. The better you do in the match.
I've seen a lot of Warden hype on the internet, so I think people are really excited to see her
Fancy.
in action, and that skin in particular is awesome. But one thing about the reactive skins, to your point, these are performance-driven, so that effect actually will scale back if you stop getting kills, guys.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, got to do well.
Gotta keep
You want
that-
to you want to see the fun stuff on screen.
Yeah.
We need you to perform. So those will be awesome. People will be popping off having having these awesome effects go around the map as well. And of course, those are in the Vault Edition.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of the weapons and diving into it a little bit more, I understand as well that there is also a new system that you guys have on top of that with the aftermarket parts, right? Which that, if we could dive a little bit more into that, because that sounded really fascinating to kind of like make guns play in a different way just off of one part alone.
Yeah, it is. And here we're seeing a little bit of it where this is our LMG that has a bullpup conversion to it. So they're full conversion kits.
Yeah, look at that pistol
that
in
allow
that.
these weapons to really go cross-class and to change up. They are meaningful, powerful changes. To
And that's a Renetti.
That's a Renetti that is actually turning into an SMG with this conversion kit. It's like a 3D printed part on there.
No secondary.
No secondary.
What
so
am I
you
witnessing?
do not, like we have a gunner vest that allows you to take a primary as a secondary. You do not need to take that if you're swapping out your Renetti for that aftermarket part to make it into an SMG.
I don't know what to say about
One
that.
of the coolest things is how you unlock
I don't know what to say.
So we're going to see, we call them amps. We
Amps.
love acronyms here, guys.
I'll be back.
So
I'll
we
be
have
back.
2 amps that are coming to beta, I believe. But how you're going to unlock them at launch and beyond, you want to talk a little bit about those challenges?
Yeah, so in beta they unlock a little differently than they do at launch. So at launch they're actually, we have a new system called weekly challenges. It is pretty much exactly as it sounds. There are challenges, a group of challenges that we release weekly.
I was worried it was like bi-weekly for a moment.
Yeah.
Trick question.
Yeah. Thankfully, it is every week. And then the reward for getting all of those challenges for that week is an aftermarket part. So the first 3 weeks that the game is out, we have an aftermarket part reward for those, completing those challenges. You can then take that aftermarket part into the game and use that.
I think too, again, it just, the through line with Modern Warfare 3, this is player choice, is player freedom. It's on, this new way to customize the experience and let the player kind of choose the way to have their own play style reflected in those guns, using the amps. It's super exciting.
Yeah, it definitely is. As we're going to continue to take, just more of a look and enjoy, the game as players continue to run around and get into some more shenanigans, playing some domination here as well on a state. I've done that many times. So, this is, again, it still just baffles my mind that I'm looking at, these maps in 2023, and I'm just excited to play them. Yeah, and even the movement. I'm just excited to play them then as I am now, like that is such a wonderful feeling to have. And then also on top of that too, just to see the way that, players can interact with the ways you build your classes. I really do like what you guys did with the perk system and how you contextualized it and made it like a physical thing. Was that like a desire to kind of just make it a bit more grounded, or what was the I guess the design choice on that, rather than just going with pictures on the screen? You guys
visual
went for something quite bold.
perks.
Yeah,
I
mean,
guess,
I think it really
with
was
Cold
a big
War,
part of the
they
context
had
for
that.
the players, it's not just a
They had,
UI menu with
like the
choices,
perk
that
cans.
were sort of ambiguous.
Like
It was a
upgrade
little
and
bit,
stuff.
we wanted to make sure that you brought in your fighting
Same with
load
field upgrades.
carrier, right? Your
Yeah.
FLC was what we talked about.
see it.
Internally
Oh my God.
is this thing where every piece of gear that you brought in did something meaningful for your loadout selection.
Yeah.
So perks was a big part of that, and we got a chance to look at the gear items, all inspired by real-world military tech and items, and we were able to really figure out what goes with what and what are the remixes we want to make, and we think we came up with a really good and interesting field of choices in our perks this year.
So I don't know if you guys can see it. We're taking a look around the room at the moment. We actually have a 2-story streaming tower. I'm going to call it a tower.
Pretty epic in here.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's absolutely wild in here, and everyone is very focused on their play. It all of a sudden, oh hey, that's us. Oh hey, hey guys. GG's.
Hello.
So we've got this big giant room filled with Modern Warfare 3, filled with awesome creators from all over the world, and as Ted Timmons would say, the vibes are good. We're going to hear Ted talk about vibes.
I do want to point out that screen you're looking at there, that the logo, the Modern Warfare, that's a screen. And behind there are all the players that are behind that screen, which is so cool. I didn't even know that was a thing that you could do. 15 years in this industry, still continuously to be shocked by new tech that comes out all the time.
This is Call of Duty, baby.
Yeah, you guys go big. I respect it.
Cutting edge.
Yeah, I love it. Love to see it here. We get a few of these games wrapped up, but there's definitely this sense in the room of like, all right, Q next, go next, GG go next,
It is.
go next.
It's so fun to play it. Like every day I come into the office and I boot up the game, get into a match as quickly as possible, and start playing. And it is just fun to watch them play as well because there's so many things that they're doing. Like earlier, we were watching a circuit around the estate house. And that movement just looks so hot going through it. So like being able to mantle, being able to...
It must be a...
sprint when you're tack sprinting. We actually increase the mantle speed so it feels more fluid as you're going across. And we're regenerating your tack sprint as you're sprinting as well.
I also saw a couple people pop off with Battle Rage. So Battle Rage is back.
Battle Rage is back. It's actually moved into the tactical slot.
Yes.
So it is very powerful. So if you take that... we have an awesome vest, the engineering vest that allows you to take 2 tacticals.
That's a big map.
Maybe we didn't touch on the vest.
Actually,
let's talk about some of the vests.
Yeah, so the vest is a really big piece of that. Like it is our main core piece of gear. Kim touched on how we contextualized everything. That vest is we're contextualizing what you're actually putting into the game. So it's going to dictate what your tacticals, what tactical slots you have, how many you can take, how many lethals you can take, how many well you get one boot.
I will be running that drone constantly.
You can't take multiple gloves. But how many gear slots you can actually have. So with the engineering vest,
they don't nerf it,
you're getting 2 tacticals that you can take
at the cost of your lethal.
At the cost of your lethal, and you also gain another gear slot.
Awesome.
And that gear slot is super important because that gear slot is where all of your intelligence perks lie. So those are things like what we used to call hardline or high alert sit in that slot, and now you can take both of them at the same time and really have that advantage.
Awesome. And if there are 4 vests to choose from at the moment. I believe.
Correct. In beta, there are 4,
So in beta, there are 4. Expect to see those tomorrow. Infantry vest, engineer vest. Seen a lot of people running infantry vests today. In fact, right here at the moment, we just got a peek at the loadout.
That is going to allow your tack sprint to regen faster.
Let
it is
me just check
core.
something
Like
quickly.
if you're familiar with Call of Duty, I imagine most of our people watching are. That is your core loadout. So you have your your normal 3 perks. And you get your tactical, lethal, primary, secondary. And what's cool about the vest is they actually
checking
have perks
some new
baked
stuff.
into them. So with the infantry vest baked in right away, you're getting that tack sprint refresh.
That's pretty much the stuff that we've already seen.
And also a little bit of an extended time there. And one of the things that we've done across the board is we've increased that tack sprint, and we've also allowed you to have much more faster ADS strafe speeds as well in there.
Yeah, I do like how you guys have managed to take a lot of the vests and stuff and then make it also combined with other things or like really have everything kind of synergized together and have you create like the optimal build here. It's quite customizable.
And it's really helped out a lot with how we balance the game in that sense, because now what we've done is we've let you take more than we normally do.
What I'm seeing so far, what I like
what
is
you can't take in that same
the maps.
Trade-offs.
Good to have them back.
I think
the hit marker sounds so good.
It's
the
going to come at a cost, and that's where the balance lies.
Yeah, and we love that we are going into these matches. You're making decisions.
Looks good.
You have to make those decisions before you go in.
Customization on that.
Really, have consequences if you're choosing wrong and learn from it and go back and make new decisions.
I feel like there's just too much to do on like customization.
I can't change that was a trick.
The consequences.
it was the same with
go hide somewhere.
You to be in
I was like, what?
You'll still have to live with the consequences of your actions.
It was the same with
that moment.
They've been
Modern Warfare 2.
for years now.
As I said, you have to unlock all these different attachments by
anybody get one yet.
getting certain guns to a certain level.
I'm wondering about kill streaks. If we have any personal favorites at the desk here.
Well, for sure.
I'm not really liking that one.
We have in Modern Warfare 3
Oh,
is so
Starlink!
much fun.
Hey.
My personal favorite. We'll start with the Breacher drone, which is actually a lethal. It's in your lethal slot. So it's basically a handheld drone that you pull
Is that the
and it's just
No,
slow
it's not,
flying down a hallway. You can clear dom points, hard points, and wipe out an entire enemy squad with it.
Yeah, I feel like it's just too.
Equip the Breacher drone.
Too much.
That's your option.
It'll explode
we'll
on
see.
impact.
We'll see.
The counter to that one, though, it's slow moving enough.
Plus,
you
I'm
can't
playing
shoot it
tomorrow.
down if you see it, the sky coming at you.
There you go.
So in addition
so
to
it's
that,
gonna
we
be
have a
great.
mosquito drone, which you shoot into the air, and it basically encircles an area and then dive bombs an enemy when an enemy approaches that area.
I will, in fact, say that my experience with the mosquito drone has been quite like as annoying as a real mosquito. they plague me in matches when I've play tested, and so I'm
You got
headphones on.
Tricky,
Turn them up.
yeah.
Because that's how you know
hear
it's
that
coming.
thing coming,
Right. We have something called the ACS, which is affectionately called the capture bot on the dev team. So it's basically this box that you throw down on a dom point or hard point, and it'll capture the point for you. So you can hang back and get in cover and then let it capture the point for you. So when enemies come to try to take it, you can take them out from behind cover. So just yesterday, I had an awesome match where I put down an ACS on a dom point and then shot a mosquito drone in the air that was patrolling. So I just like hung back and watched the whole thing unfold. An enemy rolled in there to try to get my ACS out, and then the mosquito drone got it, and I didn't have to do anything. I was just like, that's right. That's all my equipment doing.
Like, I have
work for me.
crafted the master plan to capture the point.
I was pretty proud of myself. It was pretty epic.
And then you went on to drop a nuke and have a big game. You know?
Yeah.
Not that good yet, but
okay, all right.
He drops 100 and shipment, guys. Don't believe it.
No, it was an awesome moment. So yeah, we just have a bunch of fun stuff coming in terms of lethals, tacticals, field equipment, streaks. We have the Guardian that gets a lot of love. It's basically, you know, this thing that you put down that's an area of denial tool. You can just, you know, it really limits enemies moving.
I really love that drone.
The beam that it shoots out.
It doesn't actually eliminate players.
I just hope they don't nerf it.
We're going to stay tuned for Warzone later, which is hopefully all of you. I think we're going to see a lot of the Guardian and
they are known
Battle
for
Royale
that
later. But it is that aerial denial, not necessarily getting the eliminations, but eliminating the players who are affected by the Guardian.
It's almost like a stun grenade, you know. And we have something called the comm scrambler that you throw down, and it's basically it creates like the ghost perk in a certain area. So you know it wipes out enemy communication. So enemy UAVs won't work. You know, like everybody won't show up on the map in this certain area. But the counter to that is like everyone can see
the active area. Yeah.
Exactly.
So you'll get ghost, I believe you said, if you're inside the vicinity of the comm scrambler, but you can see where it's active on the map. So expect to be
as soon as you throw it down, everybody knows where it is. They just kind of, you're kidding in that.
I think it starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That means I'll only be playing for like.
So, but before we wrap up the convo here on 6v6, I wanted to ask you about ranked play.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Greg, what can you tell us, and can you give us any little details on when we can expect to see ranked multiplayer?
We can. So our friends at Treyarch are
on the case
again with ranked play. They do a fantastic job with it. We love partnering with them on it.
Fantastic.
And they're going to bring that experience, update it, modernize it from Modern Warfare 2, bring that forward, and then for season 1.5, which is mid-season one.
Sometime during season one.
We will have it out, and that's when it's going to launch, because if we want enough time where players can get familiar with everything,
Treyarch have got their own game to focus on as well.
And start to build those restrictions within the game, and you can find out more from Treyarch as we go through development.
As we get closer, we're going to be talking more about it, but excited to say that later in season 1 we will have a ranked play coming to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3. But that wraps up our
that doesn't look promising.
That look. We're going to see the folks behind us switch over. We've got an exciting new mode to talk about that we're going to get to here in a second. It's called Cutthroat. It is awesome. There's so much to get into. I doubt it's going
to be coming in season 1.
Special announcement for all of our PlayStation players out there like me. Take a look.
Oh, I've already got this pack. Yeah, I've already got it.
When they speak of me, they want to lock
No, I haven't. Oh, it's a new one. Oh, wow. By the way, this is the last exclusive.
That's cute.
So yeah, this game's the last one. Sounds good. Hang on, that's in the store. I swear that this pack's in the store. If they're giving PlayStation it for free, that's a big boost.
I've never found a lock. I couldn't break.
Wow. Quite good.
announcing the PlayStation exclusive Lockpick Operator Pack, including the Van Goated Lockpick Operator skin, the American Gothic Blueprint, and the Starry Knife Melee Weapon Blueprint. Lockpick is a cunning art feat with noble motivations and an exciting new operator to come to Modern Warfare 3. PlayStation players can get the Lockpick Operator by pre-ordering Modern Warfare 3 on the PlayStation Store with the items playable at the game's launch on November 10th. I didn't know she was a PlayStation exclusive operator. This is my main in all the playtests. I auto-lock Lockpick. It is how it is.
Did you know she was an art thief?
I didn't know she was an art thief. I was like, Thomas Crown Affair, hello, it's me. But we're about to head into live gameplay action for a brand new mode coming to Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. But first, a couple of words from our sponsors.
Is it
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX, the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers.
Is it like sticks and
TCL,
stones without
play like a pro on the big screen with TCL
sticks?
Q-Class QLED TVs
Yep.
up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to mvmt.com/COD to see the limited edition watch collab.
Wow.
Backbone, level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack.
See,
Lovesack
I
Stealth Tech is a
find
proud
mobile
partner
games
of
with the
Call of
controller
Duty Next,
cheating.
bringing unparalleled
I know,
immersive
you know,
surround sound
people
to your
have
at-home
many
gaming
views.
experience.
I think that's... You got thumbs, you got the little
Welcome
gloves for
back
your
to Call
thumbs
of
for a
Duty
reason.
Next here at the Creators Arena. Everyone's getting ready to hop into the brand new mode, Cutthroat. And this is going to be a unique one because it's 3v3 action. So you got to have a little bit of a mosh pit there going on.
There's a lot of threes in it.
Yeah.
It's fun to say.
It is. It is.
really fun
It
to
is
say.
hard to
Yeah.
say after a while. It's all about elimination. So you're there. As long as your squad can take out the other two squads, that's how you're going to win. It is inspired by gunfight. Like you are actually like it is a very competitive.
Oh my
mode.
God,
the
this-
thing
this-
that we like about
this-
it is it plays on
this
all
stream
of
must
our
be going on
fantastic
for
16 launch
ages
maps
then.
that are there, and
You
you
got
get to
Cutthroat,
play
Ground
them in a
War,
new
then
way.
War mode.
So in the past,
Then you got the
like,
zombies after
TDM,
that.
you're spawning on either side of the map. What Cutthroat is allowing us to do is put these triangular spawns in. So because they're 3 different teams, you now have 3 points. Triangle. Math somewhere
That's
in there.
geometry, brother.
Simple maths.
Yeah. And so it allows you to experience these maps in a way that you've never experienced before, which is part of that
So,
modernization that
you're
we
saying
like
it's
to
like
talk
a
about in the maps. And it's a fun
gunfight.
experience to have.
Gunfight?
Super competitive.
Gunfight.
And it's one life to live mode. It's very fun.
You can regen your down teammates though if you see
Yeah, so you
one of
got
your
the
homies
revives.
get
Oh,
down.
that's
yeah,
good.
You can go over there and revive them. That's a fun little way to come back after.
What led you guys
falling
to
behind.
want to make this mode? What was the inspiration behind it?
It was gunfight in a lot of
Just
ways.
pure- yeah.
It was
Gunfight, of course, is 2v2.
2v2 is
this
gunfight.
Cold War,
Yeah, and
it's
it's played on
also
separate maps. It's played on different
3v3.
maps. And so what we wanted to do is be able
Right,
to,
so yeah,
to
they
really
always make
focus
things
on the 16
fun.
maps that we had at launch and be able to have a mode that is as exciting, as competitive, as gunfight in there, and really bring something new to the table too. So our players can go out and have fun and enjoy a new experience with their squad.
Yeah,
And you can take your loadout this time. So,
yes,
yeah,
that's
so
what I was going to
gunfight,
say.
yeah, right,
Unlike Gunfight, we're not providing the squads
You can
with
take your
weapons. You
loadout.
can actually bring your blueprints and your loadout with you.
Yep,
that's right.
And it is sweaty.
It is.
Come
a
on,
strategy.
come on, see it.
I am so excited to see these guys play it because they're awesome at the game anyway. We see Dr. Lupo here. He is on
Yes.
Cutthroat. And of course, the objective, the capture point at the end is
It's already there. Yep.
the overtime mechanic.
Oh, he's
There we
down.
go.
But
Yeah,
you can't get downed, but you and picked up by your teammates. Now what happens
Not
when
anymore.
Not anymore. So now when you're eliminated, you're out. That's
Yeah.
it. You got to wait for the next round.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
No
The
reason.
rounds
that's
are
good.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go really, really fast. We spent a lot of time making
Maybe-
sure that you just
maybe
weren't
this
sitting
is my
there
mode.
with dead air.
Maybe it is
essentially,
because you know
watching your
Cold War.
teammates have
I'm
fun.
always on that zombies and
Um,
3v3.
That flag there is
Uh,
now available,
so-
so they can go and capture that flag. Whoever, well, they got eliminated, but whoever gets that flag first,
Might
just
be.
like Gunfight is going to do it.
I might be running
Between
it
rounds that
constantly.
we rotate where that flag is, because again, geometry, that triangle, right? We could put it in the center every time, but it gets a little difficult.
Yeah. Gives players an
So-
opportunity
Sorry,
to
I'm
move
just
around
sorting
and like
my
actually interact with
my
more
chaos
of the map.
getting loose.
Yeah, exactly. And you're experiencing these maps in brand new ways. It is a lot of fun to have in there.
That guy's good.
really cool hair.
I was gonna say something, but as a person who has none, I figured I would refrain from it.
No, I feel like if anything, awesome. It looks a lot like the Operator Oz in Modern Warfare 2, actually.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Back in the road again. I'm very
I think that's why.
interested in these smaller game modes because I think it just creates opportunities for you to have like those real like intense interactive moments.
It's
right?
very intimate, and you get to you get situations like this where you're trying to figure out like how to use your you could pop smoke here.
Honestly, if
and really just understand.
does he have that?
There's this
if
tension
if
that's
he's got
building
that field
around.
upgrade,
When is this flag gonna pop?
you can throw it on
When do I
there and
wanna
it
go
catches
in?
it
When
for
does
you.
I want to have my team rush in?
Is that what you do? You
I
would
believe
throw
that's it.
smoke? You'd throw a smoke right here, Greg?
No, there's no reason. To
I
throw
think
smoke right here.
this is my
Wait
mode.
for the flag to come up.
Oh, there's the
Sorry.
breacher drone.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You might want the.
Okay. I love this guy's strat.
God.
Good strat.
What?
Yeah, we have the
There we go.
EMD grenade, which would be great in this situation because
Right.
you just throw it out, pop it, and then if you get another
That is
player on the
brilliant.
team, they're going to show up constantly on your mini map for your entire team.
So to me, EMD grenade a little bit
Look
like
at
a
that
snapshot,
drone.
but it actually is going to stick to the enemy player.
it does.
That player will then get a prompt.
That is
you
brilliant.
might be able to tear it off, I believe.
Yeah, you just pull it right out.
But it'll track you around the map and like have way more visibility on the enemy squad there. EMD very, very clutch.
Be very overpowered if you hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something I haven't seen actually was the thermo barrack grenade.
we
Because
haven't
I
seen
actually do like that one because it's kind of like a Molotov, but like on steroids. So it just like
Yeah.
does a big boom, and then also has area denial as well.
Yeah, it has area denial and it bounces, so it will not detonate on impact. So you can throw it around corners, you can throw it under cars.
You get that frag effect.
Yeah, and it adds a little bit of
That
additional
is
damage
strong.
to explosives after the fact. So even if you survive the initial blast of that one,
Right.
you can
Quick
get taken out
reload.
pretty easily afterwards.
Quick reload.
Lupo just
Quick
hit a
revive.
clutch headshot. He is now he picked up his teammate, and we're swapping over to Favela.
Cool.
Oh yeah,
I love this map.
I've gotten wiped down a few
what's
of
your
those.
favorite, Adam?
Out of
Yeah,
these
I've
5 we're
never
playing today,
played that
Yeah.
I have to go with Favela. I just, I know there are a bunch of high-rise stands
us
amongst
alone.
us. Yeah.
I too am a favela stand.
But
so don't worry.
I mean, just look at it. This is beautiful.
Greg, you're the tiebreaker here.
Oh.
We've got 2 for high rise.
I love them all. They're all my babies.
Okay, fine.
Okay, all right.
I can't give any of
That's
them
no
up.
favorite children.
But
Here we go.
Favela is quite awesome with all of the movement, with everything that's happening.
Yep.
That's right.
And
Take it,
high
high
rise is
rise.
also
Oh, come
great.
on, Greg. At some point.
They're all unique in their own way.
You know what? I'm switching my vote to estate just to.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're gonna be alone.
Look at that. You split the vote. How could you?
How could I? I know.
I think I love Favela because remember that play I was talking about doing with like the capture bot and the mosquito drone that was on Favela.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's why it's got a special place in my heart.
I like the little second floor store that I believe you guys have opened a window up that wasn't necessarily there before, so you can kind of see down the hill.
Yeah, and I am
Shouldn't
trash.
be any new windows.
Well, no. I'm sorry.
So
I
it
might have
looks like you
misspoken.
can
I
have-
thought it just was more open than it was previously.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
well, we allowed you to mantle out of it.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Chica's got two
There's a lot of those things that are in
stims
the map,
and
like
no
metrics
grenade.
wise, like
Yeah.
the metrics have changed in a lot of things, like how large our doors are.
Yeah.
We actually have the doors in here. I know not everybody's thrilled with that, but it is a fun mechanic.
Yeah.
to have.
So
it
many.
adds a lot, especially within Cutthroat, because now you're peeking those. You're able to use them for your advantage in there. We feel that they add a lot to the gameplay.
And I bring the window up only because, to your point earlier, it's those small touches that you
Yes.
guys have really brought to these maps that make them feel unique and different in modern for the type of gameplay we're going to see here in Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, while we have a moment and we're looking at Cutthroat, let's talk about some of the other modes as well. Ground War is one that I want to talk about. We touched on a little bit earlier on. I want to dive back into it.
Oh my
again
God,
because
on the
it's
roof.
back in Modern Warfare 3. You got large-scale maps that are going to be coming at launch, and I guess Kim, give us a rundown on Ground War because I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I mean, we're so happy that Ground War is coming back in Modern Warfare 3. Again, this is our big 32v32 mode. It's the biggest battle that we have in the multiplayer experience. And we will be showcasing 3 new Ground War maps at launch, with 2 of them being playable in the open beta.
Okay.
I believe that's the Levin Resort that we just saw there.
Yeah, right. So in the beta we have Popov Power and Orlov Military Base.
Orlov Military
Yeah,
Base.
but these
okay.
are 3.
Swimming.
Yeah, you got it down.
These
Yeah.
are 3.
Yeah, we also have a few new vehicles. So during the open beta, you'll be able to play, I believe, 2 new vehicles for Modern Warfare 3, with more to come at launch and during live seasons.
That's right.
Awesome. And we mentioned it a bit earlier, but War Mode is returning. In addition to Ground War, the favorite from Call of Duty World War II will be coming back with Modern Warfare 3.
It is awesome, and it is the attack defend mode. Adam spoke a little bit about it earlier, but you are Task Force 141 trying to take down the Coney group that has taken over a military base. They are launching ICBMs, and you are getting your tank out there, escorting your tank through a downtown area, and just having a blast doing it.
Wow, look at that.
Not to have a blast with the ICBMs as well.
Good pun. Good ICBM pun there.
Yeah, there was. It was trying to come out and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I saw what you were doing there.
Yeah,
I liked it.
it-
Yeah. And also, there was a really cool tank on screen if it was just causing utter mayhem.
Right.
So that's what we care about.
It is that attack defense scenario where you are escorting that down the path, and it is a very linear combat.
One.
You have very clear lines of sight, clear
Yeah.
battle lines. That's the gameplay
Is
that we're
it
going for.
66, 5v5? What's the?
It is 66.
What was that?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
so it is classic war mode, if we all remember what classic war mode is. But
Yep.
it is linear objectives. There's 3 sets of them, and it is a fantastic experience that we're excited for players to get their hands on.
Lots to look forward to.
Ain't that the truth? They're very, there's just so many options, which is the thing that really sticks to me. Like, if you don't want to jump in with your friends and just, play regular matchmaking, you could do war mode. You could do ground war. Was that, it feels like that was the mission of the studio here, to like really
sure.
give players that ability to just like make the decision, go with your friends, play what you want.
And like I mentioned about
I
some of the
like
new
that
maps
mood.
coming in live season, we have a bunch of new modes
That's look good.
planned for live season as well that we're looking forward to sharing very soon.
Cool.
All right, well, I'm all for it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here today to share Modern Warfare 3 with the world. And that is going to wrap it up for the MW3 multiplayer segment of the show. Once again, a big thank you to Adam, Greg, as well as Kim for joining us here. But now we're going to head over to one of my favorite people. It's Maven, who's got a couple streamers that he's going to be putting in the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. Trust me, it's as hilarious as it sounds. Maven, who you got?
Thank you. When I thought about being hot and ready, the first thing that came to mind was my guy Legion.
Hey, I'm really proud to be the other ball guy today. We're doing it. We're doing it.
It looks beautiful. Listen, the first thing you said to me is how fun this is, and you're
Megan's
like,
great.
I'm feeling like I'm 18 again, out frying.
Listen, I'm cranking out energy drink burps right now. I'm 30. I'm feeling 18. I just smoked Biffle. Where's he at? I don't know where he's at. This guy's incredible.
Yeah,
I'm
look
smoking
at
with a
him.
Shotgun. I'm feeling alert right now, Maven.
I can tell the second you sat down, like, my guy is locked. What have you loved the most so far about just getting in, diving into MW3?
Brother, all the fun stuff is really fun. The shotguns, the new tags, the new lethals, where I'm just out here doing anything to just make everybody angry. It's just angry as possible. I'm zooming.
Well, was it a bit of a surprise at first? Like, when you got in, like, how much fun you were having? Like, does it kind of defy expectations?
Listen, I was 16 when Modern Warfare 2 came out. So all these maps that we were playing in Modern Warfare 3 right now, throwing back, bro, it's just like you picked it right back up again, and I'm body. I don't know, it's so fun.
You're a talented and very handsome guy. Now let's talk about the chair. This is the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. We were a little bit worried about what this was going to be able to handle, especially if I tried to sit on your lap. But this is the hot seat, dude. You like yourself some pizza.
Listen, I was a little worried that the cardboard capacity, I'd be a little overweight, but I'm feeling really good right now, and I feel like you and I together in this hot seat together, it's just too much hotness. This is too much interaction. If our bald heads connect one more time, the venue lights shut down.
Speaking of that, we got to get out of here. Let's get this over to Shift Legion. Thank you so much, buddy.
Oh, there's just always comedy with two bald guys in the mix. But yeah, I hold Shift here with the one and only Shotzi. I got to start with the fun question first. I mean, just enjoyment level. How are you enjoying the game to this point?
This game's amazing, man. I have nothing but good things to say about this game. I love the movement. Everything about it's got like.
All right, you set me up for like the perfect segue. Have you found ways to finesse the movement system yet? Because I know going into the beta, that's probably your main goal, is to find ways to just completely over-embellish the movement system. How are you feeling so far about how this game moves?
It moves smoothly than any other COD I've played. I feel like it has a mix of like fast and a little bit of a slower slide cancel, but yeah, I love it. It's very, very fast.
Have you broken anything yet?
I'm not broken anything, but I will say that there's like these sneakers that allow you to like slide any ADS, and I feel like that's meta right now.
All right, so make sure you check out the stream for that, because that's going to be all the hacks and clues for that. Now, getting into the competitiveness, I mean, last year, lots of conversations about skill gap. Where is it going to be? Do you feel like movement is going to be one of the main focus points for those trying to take their game to the more competitive level, or where do you think that the competitive skill gap is going to be for this game?
So yeah, definitely movement. I feel like slide canceling obviously is going to be, you know, very OP, and then I feel like the aim assist in this game is actually very not as sticky as other games. I feel like mid and far range, it's actually not as sticky. So that's definitely interesting.
Fair enough. Shotzi, thanks so much, my man. Of course, you can check him out on his stream. And, well, with that, we're going to go back up to Miles and Lottie to give us their thoughts on what they just saw with multiplayer before we come back with the team from Treyarch to give us our first look at game footage and details for Modern Warfare Zombies. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Oh, my God. Please don't say it's just a little bit. Please don't say it's a little bit. We need some like in-game
Modern Warfare 3. NVIDIA GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio.
We need some
at hermanmiller.com.
You know,
/gaming and
well, actually, I don't know really, because the game takes about an hour. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Call of Duty Next. My name is Miles Ross. I'm joined here in the fireside chat. I've got one Praggy, we've got OBP, we've got Nameless. I mean, Alley Cat on the corner there. We are going to be, I suppose reacting is one way to put it now, but like, this is one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to work in my life. I've never been this excited about a COD. Like, Legion hit the nail on the head. I'm 18 again, 34 in skin, but 18 in gunny. Lottie, first impressions, lay it on me, girl.
Oh gosh, I mean, how cool is this? I think you get that element of nostalgia, the new kind of newness from the game as well. It's refreshing all in one. I mean, for me, I think it's got to be about the fact that you can kind of almost customize what you want to do, what type of player you want to be in game.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts with movement, and then you're looking at the perk system, but there's a balance there as well. And I'm just so excited to see what type of player, first of all, I'll be, but especially our two MP experts over here, Nameless, Ali. I mean, you guys not only talk about multiplayer for a living, but you guys play it day in, day out, so many hours grinding. Nameless, what are you making?
Oh my God, look, look at that. I didn't even notice on the table.
Since way back in day 06, back to COD 2. And for me, what this feels like,
never noticed
the classic maps, you're getting the best things that we all fell in love with Call of Duty about, but you're also getting the best of the innovations of recent Call of Duties as well. So it's just been spectacular seeing, we played Hardpoint on Skid Row yesterday. Who could say that in 2023? It's been amazing, Ali.
No, it really has. I think it's interesting that you brought up like the play style, because I feel like in events like this especially, like I was bringing up Warzone players, like their style of play is a little bit different from like what we see on a day-to-day basis, and even just normal content creators, they're going for snipes and stuff, and High Rise obviously a perfect place for that. So I think the fact that the movement feels so smooth, and to see everybody, there's something for everyone, right? So, I mean, it's been a great day so far.
So far, so good. We have a little bit more time to talk with guys, so we can delve a little deeper here. I think one of the coolest things, and the Death touched upon it a little bit, we got to experience yesterday when we played. We're making the most meaningful decisions, I think, ever in COD when it comes to our loadouts now and our perks. So, what vest I'm wearing, I ran the Demolition vest. It means I think I lose one of my tacticals, but I gain like 2 lethals, which turns me into a killing machine, quite frankly. The Breacher drone, a lot of fun. Miles. Way too much fun, actually.
That thing's insane. The Breacher drone, you just throw it in a hallway, it flies super quick. You can actually shoot out of the air. I didn't know that yesterday. I know you said you tried it, though.
I shot my own drone down accidentally. I was pre-aiming somebody in cover. They were in perfect chest-high cover. I let the drone fly out, and it follows a direct path. It doesn't have the craziest range. It is fast enough. But I was pre-aiming that spot, and then when the guys with the red dot appeared, I fired away. I shot down my own Breacher drone. But it's just one of many fun new items that we have to play with here. And again,
it's good to hear.
Meaningful choices, like from top to bottom. What shoes am I wearing?
And it has to
what kind
be
of gloves am I wearing this loadout? How do I want to play?
Because COD needs to redeem itself.
The strafe speed shoes on. Get my shoulders working. We heard Shotzi talk about the tack stance and how he's sliding around the map. And this is something we cannot stress this enough, friends. You're going to be schmoovin' in this game like you may have never moved before in COD.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. I want to hear what you think as well, as the fact that you can turn a pistol basically into an SMG.
Yeah.
You don't need a perk. You don't need to have that on. You can literally do that yourself with guns and get it to the way that you want it. I mean, running basically a secondary
I know,
SMG with an AR. I mean, that's just stunning.
We hear them talk about it too with like the aftermarket weapon attachments as well with the weekly challenges. So there'll be a bunch of different types of variations that you have with your gun. But we saw the Renetti,
I've been collecting my XP tokens,
a tweet
so
from
I'm going to be
a
leveling up
10-piece with the Renetti. So when you turn that into an SMG, I mean, it's going to be crazy. The world's your oyster.
It's going to be absolutely incredible. Ali, I've got to ask you, what are you most excited about? You play so much, but jumping into game, what type of player do you think you see yourself becoming with Modern Warfare 3 now?
I just gotta order some new controllers to get used to breaking my thumbsticks all over again. Honestly, that's you know, that's something that is really close to the CDL heart. The competitive style is getting into the slide canceling and the ADSing, like Shotzi was touching on. But also, I just want to talk about the fact of like, I was 9 years old when a lot of these maps were a thing, you know, and like, yeah, my bad. Yeah, like I was watching my dad play, but like I don't like those are core memories for me.
I think I was
never
like
really
7
got
or
to
8.
load in, and so like now as a 23-year-old getting to load into these maps and kind of like have the nostalgia of oh, I kind of recognize this, like I kind of know this map, but like not knowing every nook and cranny just yet, and like so it's still kind of new to me, but it's also nostalgic at the same time.
And to Ali's point, like think about running around favela and being able to mantle as fast as you can in this game. Some of the different boots that you mentioned, we were messing around with that slide yesterday. It goes for a while and you can aim in virtually instantly and cancel it as well. So there's so many different things that people are gonna get into this game and figure out. It's gonna play a bit different than obviously back in day with MW2, but a lot better. It feels super smooth.
And that's the most important thing we've been touching upon and people have been asking us about. How does it feel? How does it feel?
Oh,
it feels really good. It's very, very smooth. To your point, sliding shoes on, I'm hitting tack
Yeah, it
stance
does
faster
look
than ever.
smooth.
I'm sliding with full ADS. You can hit snipes, guys. Have you ever imagined hitting a fully zoomed in snipe while sliding? Well, MW3 is the game for you. But yeah, and we've got a lot of cool stuff. All the 1x optics, so anything red dot, a lot of the hollows. None of these things really add anything to ADS speed anymore. So the game itself in general has sped up tremendously. We were messing around with tack stance yesterday as well. I mean, sort of the canted approach to take to your weapon.
Good.
I'm running a big ×8 scope, right? And I can't ADS in, but if I want to hit those kind of more CQB situations, I'm keeping maximum spatial awareness. I've got my situational awareness, my screen's up. I'm able to use a weapon with a big scope in close range, whether it's an LMG, whether it's a sniper. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still really nice to have choices as a player. We've got so many options.
Sounds good.
Here. So much fun.
Yeah, I think that's the key word, right? The buzzword, I think, coming off the back of what we saw on the desk. It's the choices that you can make. And I think balance is such an important thing. I think in any Call of Duty game, balance is key, especially when you're going up against players who do have a choice of what they want to run, especially with perks. But being able to have that potential to take something away, if you do want to risk and reward, you're coming in with potentially like silent footsteps, you're running ghosts, you're making sure that you're the type of player you want to be, but something also is taken away from you. So that balance is so, so important, I think, in all Call of Duty titles.
100%. I mean, footsteps are silent if you want them to be. That is a massive W. I was running around yesterday and I saw red dots on the mini-map. My footsteps were silent. I was sneaking up on people. I was just having a blast. I mean, we're talking about 12 years ago when these maps came out. They look even better now. So I can't wait to get my hands on that beta, which is coming out soon.
Very, very soon indeed. Well, it's exciting to be reminiscing and reminiscing for very, very good reason. As we talked about earlier, we are celebrating Call of Duty's 20th anniversary, which is an amazing milestone. And with a great milestone comes an opportunity for great rewards. To celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty history, players can receive daily login rewards between October 6th to October 16th for every single daily login per day, up to 7 in total. You'll receive these rewards, which you're seeing on screen, including an old school price operator skin. That takes me back. These rewards all will carry forward in MW3 as well, so grab them now and take them into the next title. For more details, head over to the Call of Duty blog. Nameless, your earliest memory of COD, was it like waiting in line at midnight trying to get something? What was it for you, mate?
I mean, yeah, first off, I will say we didn't have cool swag like this in these digital packs. I mean, this is that was before that time, but I mean, just playing split screen was the best like old memories I have with my friends and screen looking, trying to figure out where they were on Call of Duty 2. And now it's 2023 and we got everything, and you can still screen watch. It's right there, they're right next to each other.
Next level.
We might be some players doing that here.
Incredible memories that have been had on Call of Duty. Ali, what is your earliest memory on COD?
Well, I know I talked about playing with my dad, but I think one of the more core memories, which I can't wait to
I'll be
break
back.
down
I'll be back.
the new
I'll
and
be back.
exciting
I'll be
stuff
back.
in that game mode coming later, has to be with zombies. When I was in middle school, I'd go over to my friend Anastasia's house, and we'd go in our basement, we'd turn off all of the lights, and then we'd load up split-screen zombies on her big TV on the couch, and just all night on her Xbox just sitting there playing zombies on town survival, you know, going as far as we could, training them around the lava pit in the center. So that's definitely like a core memory for me.
I love to hear that. We're going to be sharing lots more stories on these couches, I am sure, as we get through the rest of today. But we also wanted to remind everyone again that early access to the multiplayer beta kicks off tomorrow for PlayStation players and next week for Xbox and PC players. You saw a ton of great multiplayer content today. Play that and more over the next week. Check out the Call of Duty blog for more details. I personally can't wait to see everybody get in the mix.
Or don't worry, in addition to open beta early access, all those PlayStation players out there, be sure to pre-order on PlayStation Store to get an exclusive look at the Lockpick Operator Pack at MW3's launch.
Big question is, what did you guys think of Lockpick? That's another one that we saw on the desk. And I mean, there's so much to break down here. All of the team were going through every single detail, but Ali, what did you make of it?
She's freaking cool. Like, I know Stephanie talked about how she insta-locks her every single time that she's loading up into a game. And
that is pretty
I
cool.
might have to follow
Pretty cool
suit.
skin.
Like, we might have to battle it out for who gets to be the lockpick in game, because she is cool.
Yeah, I'm down with the blue camo as well. Very excited to see all the crazy skins. We've got a tease of some of those skins in game already. The trailers, you name it, it's all happening. But Lockpick available for you PlayStation players. Hit that pre-order. We've had quite a deep dive on MW3's multiplayer mode so far, and over the past couple of months, I mean, I suppose that was the best way to put it. We've had some teasers, we've had some insights, we've had a few leaks of the return of Makarov and what that means to Modern Warfare 3's campaign. All that in store very, very soon. But now, though, friends, it's time for something quite different. Straight
here we go.
From our friends at Treyarch.
Oh my
Here's
God.
a look at Modern Warfare Zombies.
Here we go. Here we go.
One of our patrols reported hostile contact. Then went dark.
There's one! I can see him!
Oh my God.
You will infill into a low-threat zone. Nothing gets in. And nothing, I say again,
And the thing is, so this is what people wanted. People wanted an open world experience of zombies. Outbreak was a taste of it. This is literally open world. Oh my God, here we go. Oh my. Oh my.
dynamic and evolving. There are other friendly
How did you do?
Join forces to take out those threats.
What the hellhounds? Wonder weapon. You can jump with it. What in the zone? Capture back. Wow.
Forget what you know. Monsters.
What is that? What am I witnessing? What is this? This
Operation Deadbolt.
Oh, what in the? I told you there was gonna be a massive worm in the game. What was that?
You just got a sneak peek at the end of that trail of the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. More on that in just a bit. But now, let's welcome some very special guests from Treyarch.
I've wanted a realistic zombies, and they delivered
Design and
on
Miles
that.
is the Associate Creative Director. Welcome to the both of y'all, and it is so exciting to talk
My
about
goodness.
Be here. Yes. Let's
It
talk
looks awesome in
zombies.
here. We just swapped over to a little undead purple in the back.
When I think of the undead, I think of
the ambiance.
What did I just witness?
There's something about purple and zombies that just, it really does something for me. But guys, earlier this week, we held an event at Treyarch. We were able to bring a couple of different groups of creators
what was
who are
that?
here today at Call of Duty Next into Treyarch. First time you guys have had folks in the studio in a long time. It was super exciting. You want to talk a little bit about the event and some of the awesome reactions we got to see in the room from these guys?
Yeah, no, it was a great experience bringing in those people. You know, zombies is traditionally something that is a mode based on exploration, discovery.
Oh
but
my
we felt like there's so much
goodness.
new here. We really wanted to get a group in there and play it, get hands-on, get impressions, get feedback, and we just had a really great time playing with them.
You're getting to see a couple of the reactions in the room there. They got to see some footage. They got some playtime. You guys answered about some questions.
Yeah, the playtest was absolutely fantastic. There were so many awesome moments. It just felt right getting them into play.
Well, I was going to ask, like, as you know, having been in the lab, making this for so long, right, and then getting people to see it. And what you guys said before, I remember you guys mentioning that it's not a thing you do often, bringing people into the studio. So that must have been a very almost revealing experience for you guys, right?
It felt very good getting outside people besides us playing it.
Yeah.
Like,
So you're
having
like, oh, wait a minute, this game is good.
I still can't believe it.
So
it's like, we were right. Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah.
Guys, one of the most popular questions I noticed, ripe amongst the crowd of creators that was there, Easter eggs. We know them, we love them, we want them as zombies. What, if anything, can you tell us? Give us a little taste.
I mean,
a little tidbit, a little morsel.
A little something.
We can't give them all.
Giving anything.
Well, then what should we expect?
So if you were paying attention to that trailer you just saw for the first time, maybe at the end, if you go back and scrub it, you might see something that you'll see that's kind of big. Now, I don't want to give it all away. There's a lot to discover in this open world zombies.
Oh yeah, and I think that is going to lead perfectly to my question, which is, with so much that needs to be unpacked here, I guess, what I'm curious about is, like, what are the key things that you want the community to know about this iteration of zombies? The differences potentially from, the previous game till this one, because you guys are having some fun with it out there.
Absolutely.
The realism
based on
on that,
we're really doing that here.
oh my god, what do you call it? Oh my god, in Forsaken,
mechanics and putting
the
them on
abomination,
the big map, and all of the experiences that offers with vehicles and the vast
the
space
dogs,
and the higher
realism
player
on that.
count. And then on top of that, putting it in the modern warfare era, where you have their equipment, the operators,
and that bike
so
is so
balanced,
cool.
And it's in this massive open world.
It looks like a
co-op
BO2
experience.
one of the weapons.
So that's something that feels exciting. It feels different. Kind of what led you guys to design, Modern Warfare Zombies the way that you did in this big new way?
So we just saw an opportunity with the big map to have the biggest PvE experience we've ever had in the franchise. So
Which
in
is
the
saying
past,
something.
we had pure PvE.
Yes, pure PvE, no PvP.
You're safe here, and there's we usually have four players.
Kind of.
It is relative. Zombies at the end of the day. Yeah. But then you mentioned like the way that the game is played, the open world. But how do the players interact with one another in that world? Because and also I like running solo from time to time. Is that also something that's possible as well?
Absolutely. So it's 24 players total. You can go in solo. You can go in with your squad. But what's awesome is that you're all on the same team trying to do the same thing. So when you're out in the world, you'll run into other squads or other players. You can make a decision.
I did see the AI.
Form a super squad.
Oh, so you can form a super team.
Yes.
In-game form a super team.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's 8 squads of 3. You can group up together. You can go lone wolf it. I don't know if I'd recommend that, guys, from what I've seen.
I mean, experienced players. If you want a challenge, you can go in solo, but it is a lot of fun to grab some friends, form those super squads.
Yeah.
And again, the map is massive. There's zombies everywhere. There's other surprises
everywhere. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
I'm getting excited.
And so a couple weeks ago, we saw the very first look at Modern Warfare Zombies in the cinematic that we released, which really sets the stage for the narrative of Modern Warfare Zombies, in that we see Soap, we see Laswell, and more importantly, we saw someone who I didn't think we were going to see again.
That's right.
Miles, can you take us through What's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah,
here?
tell us.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. So, you know, that opportunity that Kevin talked about is there's a few questions when people saw that cinematic. And if you hadn't, go and watch it. It's awesome. Hold on a second. Where are we in time and place? We are between Modern Warfare 19 and MW22, the year 2021. And that's really important to the story.
That's what exactly people kept saying.
In true Treyarch Zombies fashion, we are always jumping eras, jumping moments, and really touching different timelines in interesting ways. I can't go into all of it, but there's a reason for that. Now, the next question which you're hinting to is, why is Zakayev alive? I saw him die, but did you? Did you really?
I saw him get shot. I saw him fall down a missile silo.
You saw him fall. There was blood. But in true sort of story fashion, if there's no body, he's not dead. Now, Task Force 141 went back to that silo. There was water at the bottom. It had been drained. Lots of blood. And Zakayev was gone. Now, officially declared deceased.
Ooh.
But then whispers emerged that he's still alive. And now, of course, in true sort of villain fashion, he starts to hear whispers himself as he's recovering from falling down that silo, which he did.
Yeah, that hurts.
That hurts a little bit. Is about this new thing called Ethereum. And he wants to get it. And that really sets the stage. All of that, by the way, is day one getting in the door like you saw in the cinematic, which is that's the start of the story. And players are going to experience this story just in really interesting ways.
So it's a flashback, it's canon, we've got worlds colliding with Cold War, with Modern Warfare. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But the story really progresses in a new and interesting way. Let's take a look at how these come to life in the intro mission.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Your objective is a roof-mounted comms tower. Marking location on TAC map. Once tower is active, use decryption key from Jansen's tablet to establish comms.
Whoa, Ravenov. Some AI. Cold War sound effects. I like it. Some AI.
Objective is on the roof.
Oh my god.
Well, you got here quicker than expected. I still need a minute or two. I'm in the middle of erasing my research from the
So yeah, it's kind of DMZ upgrading, like going forward in story.
Zakayev will unleash this hell everywhere from New York to Joburg if we can't stop him here.
Clear and hold that LZ strike team. Multiple enemies on approach. Weapons free on all threats.
You also, you know, this is the new Warzone map as well.
So what you just saw there was just a little snippet of that story mission intro. And what's really exciting again about this opportunity across the open world is, like Kevin was saying, is we want to bring that story to the forefront. These story missions have handlers from the Modern Warfare world, from the Black Ops world, Cold War world that you might see. Some new friends along the way as well. And they're going to help you on this story and these missions that take you across the big map. Lots of different activities and cool things to do. Awesome cinematics and well. And again, the whole point of this is that if you're new to being a Zombies player, we want you to experience that story. We want you to get into it. But if you're seasoned and you just want to jump in and kill some zombies, you can free roam and do that and then jump to the story later. We really have
that is good. Okay, that is good.
Feeling across this, and that's really the exciting thing is it kind of pick your poison, that player pacing in that sense.
Modern Warfare 3 is about options.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more, you know, prevalent to me as I'm hearing you guys talk about this like throughout the day. Super awesome and great to see that like the player choice is very prevalent, right? But you know, Zombies has been a mode that's been in the game for such a long time. It's really. It runs side by side, parallel to Call of Duty, and it's incredible.
Imagine,
legacy.
you
But
know,
there are
20
still players that are going to
20
be
year
new to this, that are coming into this with a fresh set of eyes for the first time ever. What's in store for
Maybe,
them?
I don't know.
Because, you know, this could be a little jarring, right? There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
Absolutely. So Zombies can be pretty intimidating, and we know that there might be a lot of players who might only play Modern Warfare, or DMZ, or Warzone. So
new
we
Warzone
built
map.
This mode to make sure that they can have success and have fun, and also support our veteran audience. So
and on a brand new
map, and we'll talk about that more later.
Not later.
But here for this mode, we've broken it down into 3 tiers of difficulty. So you're gonna infill on the outer edges, and this is kind of like lower level difficulty. And new players can really hang out here for the duration of a match and have a great time. But our advanced players are gonna want to try to get into that center of that map as soon as possible. That's where Sakeo threw that vial and started this entire incursion.
What an arm on him.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
Yeah.
He yeeted the vial. Now we have a hot zone.
Yep.
And now we have to pay
Hate
for
to
it.
see
All
it.
right. Well, then let's look at the flip side of that one, though, right? Because we talked about the new players, how we get those folks into the game and have them playing something outside of their comfort zone, so to speak. But one thing that we know is that there are core Zombies fans that love this experience.
Please be good. Please be good.
So what do you have for them?
Yeah, absolutely. When you talk about that fusion, and like Kevin said, the experimentation was, well, how do you bring all those core zombie Treyarch features into this new world?
Oh my god.
And we've done just that. You can see we've got the mystery box. We've got wall buys. We've got the pack-a-punch, the pat machine. All of these things are spread out across this ginormous map. And as you go in, it's up to you. Where do you want to buy them? How do you want to accumulate your arsenal and your loadout? How do you want to tackle this world? But those zombies features are super key to making this feel fresh and really an evolution of that sort of open world feel as you get more powerful. And again, it's fused with the Modern Warfare DMZ feeling as well as buy stations as well, using the score streaks.
Features that you recognize if from experiences in other modes.
100%, which you may not have had in other zombies. So that's where we've married them together in interesting ways. But
it's awesome.
The most important core feature, of course.
It's a sweet new feature, folks.
What?
Is our cereal. You can't find this in the map. I wish you could. Yeah. It's actually delicious, though.
Yeah, it's here at Call of Duty Next. It has some awesome features. It's got a UV light.
It's outrageous.
I may or may not have taken a box of those.
Oh, yeah, I've stolen this.
I mean,
this
a crate. I'm not talking about a single box. I'm talking a single crate.
Oh, wow.
What came off the truck? You know?
Wow.
And shout out to Off Limits Cereal for making this with the box bespoke for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. And it's a woman-owned business, which is dope.
Awesome.
And it goes in the dark. Bang.
Yeah. So I would be remiss to not hit on one of the really core features for our Zombies players. And that's the Wonder Weapon, guys.
Yes.
I need to
know. We need to know.
Of course we have a Wonder Weapon, and it has been custom made again for this open world experience. It is the Scorcher.
Oh my word.
I'm going to let you just look at
that first raise.
Yes.
That thing is huge.
It's absolutely amazing. So the Scorcher, again, is built for demolishing the highest density of zombies you've ever seen before.
Hordes.
Oh yes, the
melt hordes.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, it's got an alt fire that launches you into the air so that you can use it to
look at the mimic.
If you want to jump into a horde, if you want to get away from the horde of zombies, if you
oh
want to jump
my
on a
god,
building or over a building, like it's really.
Wait, so you can like rocket jump with it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's once you get into like basically the flow state of using it and it's in your arsenal. There's no limits. Chef's kiss.
Okay,
Chef's kiss.
Chef's
Wonder
kiss,
Weapon.
you're like, I'm
Scorcher. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
And part of what makes Zombies so special, especially with this new open world field, is the replayability. Is this? It's not a one and done game mode. So how is Modern Warfare 3 Zombies gonna push that forward and take the next step in terms of what keeps players coming back for more every time?
Yeah. So this is a really kind of replayable mode. It's an extraction exfil mode, right? So you're trying to get deeper and deeper into the map, and at first you're not going to be that successful. You're going to have to play a lot over and over, gain mastery, try to take things out, make sure you successfully exfil so you can come back in the next time hit the ground running with the right stuff.
Yeah. And when you talked to me, we mentioned it before. We saw
do you think it's going to be like a
vial in the cinematic?
You have to upgrade your perks and stuff, like Cold Wars.
That super hot area we saw a little bit of on the TAC map. Can you talk to me about how the storm will play into the map, what that vial did, and what the gameplay repercussions are going to be for the player there?
Yeah, so this thing is in the map, and it's the source. It's spreading the dark aether, so it will always be there.
Oh wow, and it makes the zombie stronger.
At 45 minutes, it's going to start growing and completely consuming the map, and that's where you need to get out.
Yeah.
Whoa. Zombies.
And it gets really, intense.
So it's a total 1 hour
session
limit. Yeah, 1 hour session. Again, those 24 players.
It goes back to getting in, you know, again, player pacing, and you want to stay on the outer edges, awesome. You want to challenge yourself, go into medium and high threat, but the Ether Storm waits for no one, and it will come, and it will make the zombies harder.
Yeah.
And that's part of the challenge and fun is, are we going into the storm to
like
cleanse it?
Yeah.
Are we avoiding it?
What are we gonna find
getting
in
the
there?
hell out of
What's
Dodge?
the exfil plan?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Is really where you get into a lot of fun.
And really, too, when you think about that heat map for zombies, part of that is going to be gearing up. You said you're spending, you know, a lot of players will be spending a lot of time on the outer edges of the map or in the yellow, gearing up, getting that loot, collecting the right things that we need to have a successful infill. But one of the most exciting things about that is how weapons will carry over from match to match.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with DMZ, we have contraband weapons, so everything you're finding in the match you can take out and bring it with you. We
Item persistence.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have insurance slots, but we've really taken that to the next level with all the zombies upgrades. So, you know, in the past, you've had to do all that just in-game and you lose it. Now, all of those things have been formed into a consumable version called acquisitions. So things like Pack-a-Punch, weapon rarity, ammo mods, wonder weapons.
Yeah.
All of those things you can find in the match, and you can decide to use them then, or you can take them out and just start the next match, load up, pack a punch, drink 4 perks immediately, and now you're good to go. Like, you're going all the way into the high threat.
Straight into the red zone, juiced up on perks.
What?
Right,
Quite a difference,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
But what was the, I guess, like,
That
inspiration?
is,
It was
yo,
just, hey, let's
Icy,
just try
welcome,
something
welcome.
creative, different, fun. Do what Zombies has always done and push the bar.
Yeah, it's just like
That
introducing
is
this different kind of pressure.
so
with the time
good to
limit,
hear.
But then now giving players this
good.
additional ability to bring things in is huge.
You want my
Yeah,
Mono is because it's
part of
easy.
that, how do you ease new players
But
and seasoned
wow.
players, right? It kind of relates to rounds if you're familiar from that. Is like
How
when
are
get
you
into the
doing,
higher
Icy?
zones and
Welcome
you have
to the
more of that
stream.
arsenal. That's for those seasoned
They're gonna
players.
feel it.
They're gonna feel it and they're gonna want that challenge. Well, you know what? There's a big challenge there, so you better be loaded up on a bunch of stuff coming in to really succeed.
All right, we're getting into the lightning round here. Finally, Miles, I asked you before. You said that Zombies is all about discovery, and it is. We know those secrets, those Easter eggs are out there
on, please be good.
lurking in the world. But of all the secrets, again, I'm going to pressure you.
Keep going back to the well here, Steph.
What can you tell us? What should we be looking out for?
You know, I can't get into all of the secrets. I want to, but the team would kill me. There's a lot in there. But
We want people to find them.
we do want them to find it, but we have, again, taken advantage of
but
this
it's
map.
going to be
There's a lot there
so
on day one for
it's going to be
Discover.
so
We love
hard to
watching this
find the
community find
secrets
these
when you
things.
have
That
an,
is part of the fun.
an hour
So we
session.
don't want to spoil any of it,
Storm
but there's a lot
comes
there,
in.
and we're already planning some fun stuff to come later as well.
Well,
So
look,
more coming.
you're not getting it
More
out of
coming
us.
You know
in the
what?
live
Steph
seasons.
might be trying
I'm
to
doing
dig
good,
deep.
Icy.
I will never do that.
In a long
I
time.
Never in a million years. But what can you guys tell me about the monsters?
There
What do
you
you
go.
tell us about
Come
all the
on, come
monsters
on.
that we have coming up here? Because there seems
Tell
like
us.
there's some wild ones that are going to be available for players to fight against.
We have a full gambit. It starts with just our zombies. We have more zombies than we've ever seen before in one space. They completely fill up this map. Anywhere you go,
Look at
there's
the
gonna be danger.
dogs.
But then we have all of our other awesome enemies. So
So
Hellhound,
realistic.
Our Mimic, who can disguise himself as a cache in the map, so you have to be careful. The Disciple,
Yeah, the
he's
Disciple,
That was me this
yeah.
morning.
Just waking
Free
up.
coffee.
buffing zombies and light
Mangler?
draining the Mangler with his cannon and ranged
Look at
attacks.
him,
So
he's
just
buff.
all sorts of threats. But the Mega Abomination, he's about 3 times bigger
Oh.
than we last saw him. He's
Yeah, because
so
he
big
needed to be
now.
bigger.
He's now
Absolutely.
grown some crawlers under his stomach.
Oh,
and
fun.
The dingle dangles.
He
is
can't
like-
fit in buildings anymore. He's so big. So he needs those guys to
But he'll
go
still
inside.
get you in
and-
the
Oh,
buildings.
but this is when you talk about like that opportunity of open
What?
world is, okay, you think you're going to be
They-
safe, I'm going to run inside. No, absolutely
Kevin
not.
Drew
The
just
Abomination
say-
will send in these little
If you're-
creatures and they will try to explode and flush you out. So really it's, do you
If
want to
you're in
die
building,
by the
then they will
lasers
just come out,
outside,
they-
or do you want to die by these
Oh,
zombie
and then
explosions?
crawl in.
Again,
Oh, my
it's
God.
up to you.
Your choice.
It's your choice.
Choose your own adventure.
That's right.
But perhaps more terrifying than monsters even for the first time.
That's
there are
right.
humans
Yes.
in zombies
They
as
were
well.
Okay.
real enemies all along.
So this enemy PMC group
Yeah, absolutely.
is in the world.
That's another, you know, again, important to the story when you go back to Sakayev.
I'm hoping they're running the gray in the gray area.
They're his muscle that he's hired. They found that Ethereum. They want more in true sort of bad guy fashion, and they are across the map. So for the first time, you're going to be able to, if you want, fight these AI There's gameplay loop tied to them.
I'm
there's a
hoping
progression on that side.
the gray area,
and you can
not
run
the
into them.
orange.
You can avoid them if you want. If you just want to chill out and shoot zombies all day, that's great. You want to mix it, that's cool. Or the coolest thing is to take a horde of zombies, and Kevin loves to say it's like a hornet's nest, which it is you shoot a few, you get a big horde of them.
They're upset.
And you basically train them right into the human
that's
AI.
cool.
And,
Okay.
And it's basically the zombies are third-partying.
Yes.
Right? Which is awesome. So we're 100% team zombies, and you just kind of sneak by as they're causing all the carnage, so you can loot.
See,
get
this
what
is
you need,
this is
and
the
get
open
out.
world that
it's really
everyone
just,
wanted.
I can't express the
That
moment
is
when you
huge.
unleash your own zombie horde on the human AI. It's really satisfying.
That is huge.
Awesome. I can't wait.
Oh my god. Look at
You
him.
guys saw it after the Zombies trailer earlier, but in a couple of minutes, Lottie's going to give you all the details on the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. Stay tuned. That thing is absolutely absurd. It's 100% something that you're going to want to see in Zombies Day 1. But I have some other news. We got a little taste of that big map that you guys keep talking about. I am excited to announce that the big map you saw here teased in Modern Warfare Zombies was actually your very first look at the brand new map coming to Warzone.
Yeah, we
We're
knew
deep
that.
Diving into
We
the
knew
Battle
that.
Royale coming next.
We knew that.
It's going to
Stay
be
tuned.
awesome stuff. Firstly, Kevin, Miles, I want to thank you guys so much for your time. Your passion is infectious. Your love for this is truly inspirational, and I'm excited to try it out.
I wish we could stay and talk about it.
Yes.
I think we
You did
could
draw your self-portrait.
Well,
Kevin drew some lovely Zombies artwork
I
today
think we
that
could talk about this all
will be
day.
debuting
It's
later.
going to be awesome. I'm sure everyone's so
Thanks for
excited to
having us.
jump into Zombies. And thank you guys so much for sharing that love for this. And that, of course, wraps up our Modern Warfare Zombies portion of this show here. But next up, it's Warzone with live
my
Warzone
God.
gameplay and new map details
That
that are going to
was
be coming your
so
way.
good.
But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX, the official
Really
peripheral
good.
partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers.
That
TCL, play like a pro
abomination
on the big screen with
is
TCL Q-Class
huge.
QLED TVs up to 98 inches. Movement, the official
Oh my
timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3.
So
to
good.
nvmt.com
I'll be back. I'll be back.
/COD to see the limited edition Watch collab. Backbone. Level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, welcome back to Call of Duty Next. Zombies! Where do we even start? Oh my god! I mean, it's what? We've got the spiritual successor to Outbreak from Cold War. We've got everything we know and love about zombies, and a big old look at what they called the big map. Did you notice at home when you saw that screen grab? Oh, that's a big map. That's the sort of map I could see 100-something players jumping into and fighting until the very last man or woman standing. Guys, zombies, let's get into it. The ray gun on desk right now obviously is very, very appropriate. It looks sick. It looks fun. I mean, I cannot wait, frankly.
I think the big thing is that it's almost like a gateway for others who have never played zombies before. It's Warzone type of style. You have also ether, waves of ether coming in that make your life a lot harder, as if zombies wasn't hard enough. But just, there is something for everybody in this zombies game. It's so fun. I actually, could see a couple of the pro players in the CDL reacting to zombies and being like, hold on a second, are we gonna play?
Our good buddy Simp is already tweeting about it, saying zombies look sick. It does look sick, Simp. You're absolutely right. But Ali, I mean, this is like, we're going to pull up as a squad. We're going to have our own whip. All of our skins are involved. We can enjoy the cinematic story moments, and then we can get absolutely into the action and play around with the zombies.
Absolutely, Miles. I know that you're going to be on the outskirts for a hot minute. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. Me and Ant will take all of the really difficult hordes as we head towards the center. And it kind of gives me, because I played a lot of Outbreak, so I am
should start playing the zombies on it.
They talk about 3 different levels. Like, how serious are we talking about the jump between those levels? You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to jump in.
Well, what I found really interesting was the way that you can exfil with weapons and bring them back later on, right? Because we can have strategies like you can get all the perks, I'll get a crazy weapon,
is
Ali
such
gets another crazy
a
weapon,
brilliant
and then we come back in and instantly go to the hot zone. So zombies looks amazing, man, and those monsters were terrifying. We heard the devs so passionate talking about how insane the zombies are going to be in this game, and that's what I get most excited about. I just want to see that whole horde come towards me. I want to have that crazy scorcher, light them all up, and get to the action right away.
That is so
but they
good.
have those layers for everybody. If you're new to zombies, you can just stay on the the outside, loot up, and take your time. So a bunch of different elements to this year's Zombies, and I'm super excited to get in there.
Certainly are tons of elements to be excited for, and we're also so excited to announce the Soul Harvester Tracer Weapon Blueprint for the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. This gun is stunning. It will be available starting October 17th in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone to anyone who pre-orders the Vault Edition. And comes to Modern Warfare 3 on launch day, November 10th, folks. Make sure that's in your calendars. You're going to want to run this blueprint, I promise you, when the Haunting launches, because in addition to the tracers and custom death effects, it will help you collect souls faster in a special upcoming event. Stay tuned. And you can turn those souls in for rewards as well. So when Modern Warfare launches, the blueprint is going to come with the dead wire ammo mod that lets you electrify undead hordes.
You mean to tell me there is an actual weapon that can fetch me their souls? I just wanted to get it out on broadcast. Sorry, guys.
Didn't he?
Plenty, though. Still coming up later today. COD Next doesn't finish just yet. We've got a day of Call of Duty action ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. Immediately following Next, we will be Code Bowl 4, presented by USAA. Join the top Call of Duty streamers and military esports teams as they compete for the coveted Code Bowl trophy, which has actually been in space, funny enough. 100% of the net proceeds from today's tournament will go toward placing more veterans into high-quality jobs. Now, we have a lot of Call of Duty fans. We've actually got a short message from someone who wants to say a very, very quick hello to all of you.
¿Qué rollo, plebada? Puro Modern Warfare 3 y pura WP. Se viene algo chingón.
Peso Pluma, thank you very much.
Thank you ever so much. I mean, pretty cool actually, isn't it? I love how many people are so interested, obviously, in Modern Warfare 3. I mean, who wouldn't be?
And with a tease of something to come. Lloyd, what's that all about, mate?
Well, I'll tell you what, right now, welcome to the TCL Power Hour. During this next hour, we will have our streamers try to complete a series of challenges while in the middle of Battle Royale. Now, there are 9 challenges, and with them come 9 opportunities for you, the viewer, to have a chance to win a 65-inch TCL TV. Now, look at these, okay? We need to talk quickly about how these potentially might go down. Did you catch a glimpse of any of those challenges? What are we thinking?
Yeah. I instantly saw the one where you have to get, I think, like a double elimination with a drivable train.
Oh, what? Yeah, wait.
A drivable train?
One more time.
What? Hold on. You have to get a double elimination with a drivable.
What is that?
Hold on.
It's a train you can drive, guys. More on that later. But we did this last year.
You know, something that GTA can't do.
In that big old game of Warzone, we're going to be keeping an eye on these challenges. And if we do manage to complete that
10-year-old GTA 5, you can't drive that train.
Television. Very exciting stuff.
Yes, and during this next hour, to enter for a chance to win, you need to submit a tweet using the hashtags #CodNext and #TCLXCOD sweepstakes. For each challenge completed by our streamers during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected from all eligible entries received for a total of up to 9 winners, folks. We'll be keeping you guys updated on completed challenges as we see them come in, but we also do ask that you help us out as well. So take a screenshot of a challenge being completed and tweet them to
Sorry, I'm just checking
#TCLXCOD
X at the moment.
sweepstakes.
Well, with that, very, very excited. But with that, our time has come. We're now going to hear a quick word from our sponsors, and then it's back over to Golden Boy and Stephanie at the desk with a very, very special guest, Raven. And then it's time for Warzone. Don't go too far.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 3. NVIDIA GeForce.
One sec.
Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Welcome back, everyone, to Call of Duty Next, and it's now time to talk about something I know all of you people at home are excited to talk about. It's Warzone, and what we should all expect in the next chapter as we go into Modern Warfare 3. At the desk, we're now joined by Ted Timmons. He's the Senior Creative Director at Raven Software. Ted, it is a pleasure to have you here, my friend. How you feeling, man?
this is something else. I can't wait to show you what Raven's
At 250 players, you know, it's kind of big.
It's something, yeah.
Just a couple close friends.
Yeah, I mean, we
dropping by.
Couple
playing
homies.
some games,
Have a cup
around.
of tea.
Yeah, a cup of tea.
You know, do our thing.
I could actually go for a good cuppa now that I actually think about it.
We're in the right place. We'll offline.
We definitely are. But yeah, we're really excited to have you and talk all things Warzone because I know everyone's chomping at the bit to get this information.
They are, and we teased it a bit earlier. There's a new map coming to Warzone later this year. I'm happy to
what's
say.
Milo said about the
Ted,
zombies? Oh,
tell us where we're headed.
Oh no.
Welcome to Urzikstan.
Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah, we thought. Oh yeah, we
Take
thought
a
so.
look. Here's Urzikstan.
This is it. We've been
got-
waiting. We've been sort of
We
hinting
thought
all
so.
day long, right?
Hinting all day long, a little bit for the last week. It's of course got 11 unique
11
POIs
unique
here.
POIs, all seamlessly integrated, brand new map, full of wonderful nostalgia that we'll dive into as well when we play.
And you mentioned this is where the Middle East meets Europe
Eastern
a little bit,
Europe, yes.
Eastern Europe
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yes.
And Urzikstan will, of course, be familiar
Yes.
to many Modern Warfare players as a central location from the campaign, of course, where Farah is from.
Yes. This is my personal favorite point of interest, Zaravan City.
Okay.
You've got the huge construction site with the crane that's got an ascender. If you look carefully, you might see a zip line or two, which we'll talk about a little later.
You say.
I saw that, and that definitely caught my eye. But any opportunity to also be in more lush environments with that industrial spin, I kind of like the Sorokin Industrial as
this
well.
is on the northern side of the map. Again, when we think about something like Warzone, you need those industrial districts.
Right.
We got pop-off
Warzone.
power. I made a joke yesterday with
Here
our
we go.
creators that they'll be popping off here. I'm
Pop
sure
off on
later
pop off?
today. Yeah,
That's going to be a thing.
That's how it
wonderful point
works.
of interest. This is Shahin Manor. Again, like really built around that kind of close quarters combat
Ooh,
that
I
we
love
want our
that
players to experience.
Not really into
Awesome
the Warzone.
interiors here. I've had some really fun close quarter engagements here.
Lowtown.
Lowtown.
It's where the rats are going to be hanging out. Here in Old Town, these are next to each other. There's a train line running through it. This is sort of in the centralized area of the map, so we expect this to be a hot drop.
Yeah, Old Town, Low Town, put nearby one another. Of course,
Yeah.
we've got this beautiful ruined
The amount of
architecture,
Warzone
sort of
maps
a bit of those touches
they've
across the
released
map here.
over the past
All of military base.
3
your
years.
favorite POI, huh?
My personal favorite, I love a military base way back in Verdansk. You can find me at the military base, and
Very
so
familiar
these
with.
bunkers
Oh, look
speak
at that.
to me.
What's sticking out to me, looking at all of these different locations, is density. There's a lot.
There is a lot.
Like in between different buildings, different locations. It really feels like there's going to be some fun opportunities to get some good fights in.
Yeah, it was one of our focus points, and I love this vista shot of the map. But
It's
it was,
so,
it was
like,
generally one of our
crammed
focus points
together.
was to say, how can we make a more dense map where it feels like, in terms of like rotation opportunities, the regain, that there's always some way like you can go and kind of call home. So glad it's coming out.
Yeah, and we touch on. I think what's really interesting is you and I have talked. Warzone has been here for a number of years now. We've had a lot of opportunities to take those experiences, and it feels like you guys
Warzone
really
gameplay,
worked
launch
to
content,
apply those
future maps.
experiences to
Ooh,
this
imagine a
map.
reverse.
It's one of those things where when we start to talk about the game, we always
New one.
reflect on the many years of Warzone now, what our players have loved. So I think when players play, and you'll see this very shortly, there's little bits of every map that we've had to date, but at the same time, it has like a freshness to it. Like when we think about new maps, it has.
I
to
still
have a
can't
newness
believe that you
at the
can
very same
upgrade your weapons.
They're dropping in.
Drink
This is it.
perks. Oh my god, look at this.
Very first time
Drink
you were
perks and
seeing
zombies.
live gameplay
Exfil,
from
and you're still
Who
proud.
better than Dr. Lupo to take a look at, because he's, he's going to pop a few heads from across the map too. So I mean, he's even trying to do it.
I mean, they're warming up, but I've seen him crush with shotties today in MP, so I have faith.
Always
I
does. This
can't
is
wait for
actually quite exciting to check out here, especially that, we got ourselves a little bit of a fight happening here. So I think Lupo does manage to get the better. And just
that
again,
kill sound.
It feels so fluid. And I think one of the points that is really sticking to me here is also just on that movement front as well, right?
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
important to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so tell us, Ted, Warzone shares the same foundations of Modern Warfare 3. Raven worked really closely with Sledgehammer to
That's
make
awesome.
sure all of those gameplay features that we covered in multiplayer earlier today are aligned with Battle Royale. Can you take us through that a little bit?
Yeah, as you mentioned, we've been working with Sledgehammer all year. They've been a great partner because we know when we make something like
Oh
a
my,
big
how many
Battle Royale map,
how many armor?
we need that
3.
movement to feel fluid. We need the traversal mechanics, the mantling. Everything needs to work well and seamlessly.
Yeah, and again, it's the classic Call of Duty feel, right? You're obviously going to be getting that here, but to see that, I guess the word be parody. I guess I'm thinking of just basically seeing how
continuity.
Continuity is a better way better word.
It's an experience with synergy across all the modes.
Yeah, synergy. I love it.
I love that.
I love that we managed to fit synergy.
And at the same time, you know, we saw earlier on from Greg and the team that they increased their health to 150 to actually match Warzone. So not only is there a synergy with movement, there's also a synergy with the gameplay itself.
But that has to be pretty awesome for you as well, having been involved in Warzone for so long and the amount of love and passion you have for it. To see like, hey, when players load into the game, like the experience is going to be the same. So try it out, right? The water's warm.
Yeah, move around. You know, we saw zombies. We saw, you know, now with Warzone, we really want our players to move between all these different experiences.
This is one of my favorite weapons that I can pick up in the map right now. I love the scope on it.
Yeah.
I hope Dr. Lupo likes it as
yeah,
much as I
let's
do.
see. I mean, this I expect a lot of people to use this today. Oh, they're up in the crane.
Oh, they're in the crane.
Let's go.
Okay, so Ted, the crane has a vertical ascender for you to get all the way up there.
Oh, because it's such a good redeploy mechanic. You can literally use the map to redeploy. You know, you can go up to the crane and jump off and go to wherever you need to go.
So he's just equipped a Guardian.
Yes.
Guardian, we talked a little about in MP. I said I'd talk about it more in Battle Royale because
what is that?
I think this is something we're going to see a lot of today. This is a new kill streak. Can you tell us a little bit more about how it's going to play out?
Yeah, it's a. I mean,
this is the missile silence, I guess.
Gameplay there, but maybe, just maybe, if he put it down, that could have been the area of denial that he actually needed to win that encounter. So it's very much about if you're being pushed or if you want to defend an area, get that Guardian down. To keep you safe effectively.
Yeah, so again, it's not eliminating any players, but it's that stun effect that it's having on players.
Look at where he is now.
Uh-oh, the gulag. and is that a fully kitted out gun as well?
So this one's not. This is actually just
look at that. You can change the view on it.
But what's interesting about the gulag is we've gone back to this 3-lane experience that we've had.
So this is the brand new gulag, simplified. It's 3 lanes.
Close. He'll be kicking himself
but it's got a little treat in the middle there that we didn't see. We might see it later.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what we can expect?
So with this group of players, they are so good at this game. So we'll have to see if the gulag lasts that length of time. But for anyone at home, in previous Warzones, we've had a capture point, which was the overtime mechanic. But this time around, it's an ascender, and a rope drops down from above, and you can ascend and get out.
So it's kind of like, you know, I'm a big pro wrestling guy, so it's kind of like escaping hell in the cell or something like that, right?
That may have been some of the inspiration.
Okay, I'm all about that, baby.
Because you still get shot when you're ascending.
To see these players just like run around, they're being hunted currently, so we got a bounty.
As I said, we'll have to
now.
see what it's like.
So what I love about the bounty that we've updated is when they complete the bounty, I should say if they complete the bounty, they'll actually get 1 UAV ping, which is a new mechanic that we've added for the bounty this time around.
Okay.
And so this was a bounty that you brought back from Warzone originally.
I didn't see if it was the big game bounty or the normal bounty.
I was talking about big game bounty. I assumed this was big game bounty. Can you talk to us a little bit about that contract, which is new?
Yeah, the big game bounty was a fan favorite going back to the 3rd year of Warzone. And it's something that this group in particular, like the really high skill player, I don't know why they love it because it effectively marks the highest kill player in the game. But it's great for content. It's got a great reward with the advanced UAV. So yeah, really happy.
We want to be recognized for our hard work in game.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
I mean, I'm never going to get marked, so I'm cool. Like, I love the contract. I'm
Same
safe.
here. I'm good.
Safe, yeah.
I'm vibing, baby.
It marks the player with the most kills.
Most kills in the match, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And if you complete it, you get that advanced UAV.
The advanced UAV, which is super powerful, great for the end game. Yeah.
Actually, now as the game continues to play out here, and our competitors kind of get the lay of the land, I find it to be really refreshing for these players that, you know, they were just toiling around in Modern Warfare 2 maps, you know, old Modern Warfare 2 maps, but now they're going into something fresh and new. Was that like an objective for you guys with this map to make it feel just fresh, to make it feel like you're jumping into this with a new pair of eyes?
So whenever we think about a map, you have to think about both the map and the gameplay. Like they're so intrinsically linked. So hopefully a little bit later on, we'll see some of the gameplay that we kind of hinted at. I saw the team beforehand hinted at the drivable train. Haven't yet seen if a team landed on that. But that's the newness, you know. It's the new map plus the new gameplay. And those
drivable train
yield today's experience that everyone's playing.
Yeah, and also feels like a lot of quality
I don't know what to say about that.
right? And also some great gameplay features that have been introduced into this that I'm also looking forward to, because traversal, a big thing in BRs, you got to be able to rotate effectively. If not, you're going to get wiped out to the circle.
Seeing one right here,
And
actually. I see a
use
zip line off in the distance. We're going to get a better look at them
Even
here.
better.
This is the crane we were talking about earlier, so that's the vertical
So you can go up.
Yep.
Okay.
But for the first time, in
can
addition to going up.
Redeploy drones. As
Oh,
soon as the
that's
map
cool.
launches. We're bringing those across from Al Mazrah.
Wow,
But
look
then
at that.
Here's the new
Nice.
The new.
I was
So-
going to ask when we
The
were going to
zip
get
line.
horizontal zip lines.
Yeah, so I mean, we were so happy to bring these into the map. It really fits the POIs and the layout of the land.
Yeah.
But also, you know, this group here, they're going to use them to push another team.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas for a lot of our players, they might use it to move
Evade.
away or evade
Yeah.
a team. So it's got dual purpose. I'm sure we'll have encounters where they meet each other.
On the zip
What happens when
lines,
two players on a
They
zip
go
line?
they go past.
They go
yeah,
past each other? Okay,
but you can use your AR. So.
But I mean, like, you should shoot.
Yeah. You could duel like an old British
right.
horse.
You do like 10 paces,
Yeah.
turn around, zip, and then just go and try and see if you can
It's
take
content.
each other out.
It's content.
No,
It's
that is
awesome,
really
though,
cool.
especially over water. We saw them sort of between the higher buildings. We're going to have them across the water. I think in terms of getting across this map, can you tell us anything about this map in terms of size, sort of what to expect for folks at home who aren't going to maybe get a sense of it from everybody
so
today?
What we did was, obviously, we always look at like the latest maps. So we look at, Caldera and Al Mazrah. So it's closer in size to Caldera.
I thought they would have at least changed the
Slightly
plane.
smaller than Al Mazrah.
But it's more dense. So
Yes.
it should feel like, in terms of land space and mass, it should still feel very familiar.
And so when you say dense, we mean to less open
Less open spaces, more
between
packed. Yeah.
Points of interest, of
Yeah.
course.
And I'm even seeing it here. Like, there are some wide open spots where snipers can have a great time, but there's so much like urban, dense environments.
Yeah.
Has there been some like really cool play tests where everyone's just like scrapping it out in these like wild locations, close quarters?
Like I mentioned, when we look at Low Town and Old Town, they're kind of like the rattier places. But, again, we'll talk about some of those gameplay mechanics that we've added to improve that.
Oh my God.
It has the train line that runs straight through it.
Okay.
So you'll be in Low Town, maybe just like getting into it with another team, and then another team just comes steaming
Rolls
through,
up.
literally on the train, and potentially pushes the team through the POI.
And
That is
Old Town
awesome.
and Low Town, of course, are on that central.
Look at the
landmass.
train.
And here's the train.
Speaking of the
Speaking
train.
of the train that stops in Old Town. I
Yes,
believe.
yeah.
Ted, tell us about this. I feel like everybody
Yeah.
downstairs is.
They saw the
all over
handbrake
this.
yesterday and were like, wait, what? There's a handbrake on the caboose? So if anyone at home doesn't know, the rear carriage is called a caboose. We've got the UAV tower, the buy station.
On
If
the
you
train.
push-
Oh, here
on
we
the
go.
train buy station on the train.
And if you push the driver's carriage, you can go forward, backward, you
Nice.
can stop. But the nuance that these
Look
players will
at
find out
that.
today is you're in the driver's carriage, you're driving, happy days, you're the conductor. But if a team jumps on the back and throws that handbrake, you're going to have to go and engage.
That's cool. Okay,
Or
I didn't
get
know
in
that.
a war switching
Yes.
on
No,
and
no,
off.
no.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you can
the
change
handbrake
directions.
Oh,
controls it.
controls all of it. So
So-
that's the
so you
massive.
have
Oh, and
to
it
go
goes
back
backwards.
And,
So there's almost like a decision you have to make of like, well, do I want to put a body over there, have someone defend
Yeah.
the handbrake, but then you might be running into a full
Yeah.
squad. So there are going to be some decisions players are going to have to make with these with this.
Oh, that is
we
pretty
had
good.
a great play test where I was on the train with a few others, and the train stopped, and we were like, "Hang on, we're here.
We're all here.
We're all here." So that can only mean one thing, yeah. So it's a great like realization moment.
Your detective
Yes.
work gets
Yes.
I-
You're literally doing a head count.
Say present.
Yeah.
We're
No,
seeing
that's cool.
some super fluid movement here. We just saw them kind of parachute from building to building. They're on the move. I think they're getting to a buy station up here. Maybe pick up some gear. And Ted, which POI is this?
So they're just above Zaravan City, sort of in the Old Town,
favorite.
lower Old Town area. Again, I love the style and the theme. Like this
So
this
different.
has that
Yeah.
kind of Al Mazrah like feel to it.
Yes. And
Yeah.
of course, fictionally, in the Great Modern Warfare universe,
Oh,
Urzikstan shares a border with Al Mazrah. It does. Yeah.
Okay, I just love how deep into the lore you are.
I am a lore head.
Yeah, I'm a lore head too, so it makes me very happy to see another fellow lore head here.
When I watch these guys behind us are awesome.
I might give a Warzone a go.
The story, you know, making their content about the storyline and the narrative. I love it. I'm so excited. And Ted, you always say, you know, they're the storytellers, and you know, you guys are providing them those raw materials to create. And I
we
love
refer
that.
to it as the canvas for them to paint on. You know, it sounds corny, but those are the kind of things that we think about when we think about the types of map and gameplay we want to create. And if you look carefully, I've seen it happen a couple of times already. We have unsuppressed red dots that now show up on the minimap.
Okay.
That's the classic minimap behavior.
I'll move
will behave
over
the
here.
same way in Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer.
Move over
as
there.
it will in Warzone, so that unsuppressed fire, visible.
How has that added to the game?
When you think of something like a big map BR, Battle Royale, it's really important that you know where engagements are happening.
Yes.
For a lot of players, it could be they want to
here we
avoid
go.
that area, or for other players, they want to move. Did we get?
Personal favorite, I believe this is the cash gulag.
Here we go. Let's have a look.
We love the money.
Well, let's see
Pick
how
up
this
as much
works
as you
out.
can. Let's see if the Ascender comes down. Let's see if they push or they're pushing.
I don't know if they're even going to have an opportunity
5
for it.
seconds.
He's gonna...
Oh, let's go. That was good.
Oh, so
Very
now that we
See the stress.
Yeah. She's like, I got,
Now that we see the gulag, and of course, shout out to Chica for the clutch there. What are some things that we should be expecting for the gulag, because that was different.
That was different than what we saw before, Alex.
Yeah.
In fact, we got some video.
Here we go.
Oh, look
This
at
is
this.
the OG gulag. This is what we're going to be playing
3 lane.
most of the
Yep,
time
3 lane
in
structure,
the 3 lanes. But Ted, for the first time, there might be some other gulags.
Yes, so maybe right on cue, we'll see the
Oh,
night vision
look
gulag.
at that.
No way.
So this is something that can happen from time to time. It's a chance of it happening. And we have several of these, and I almost don't want to spoil too much. You talked about the
I
cash
actually
one.
like
Yeah, we want to
earlier
wait
on.
to see.
But like, and here's the Ascender that we've already mentioned. That if you can get on it and you can get out, you can be shot on the way up. You can be shot from below. Like
But you can also get off of it and make a play as well.
Yeah, make a play.
That's cool.
I've
Okay.
seen some really interesting play tests. I remember one of our designers shared a clip where the other player had jumped on the Ascender. They also got on underneath, shot them on the way up, eliminated them, and then made it themselves.
It's like a little Matrix moment there, you know? You're shooting
and
down.
again, it goes back to the storytellers. We
Yeah.
want our players to tell the story here.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty moments, right?
And we'll wait to see, you know, if we get some of those other gulags that we're talking about. But it's ultimately you bringing the, you know, implementation of the public event into the gulag mechanic. We're showing them off here today. It may not be like that at launch because we're still obviously in the Warzone alpha build, but we've got some exciting stuff planned.
And our streamers are
Dialed in.
They're you know, there was a tone shift when we went into Warzone.
Oh, see, there's a castle in there.
They're having a
Feel
good
the
time.
Must be the same as,
everyone's like, well, here's my opportunity to pop off
They came here
in
to
front of
compete.
the world, in front of their
Modern Warfare
creators.
2,
and it is great
Warzone map.
that these creators, you know, the passion and the time that they put into Warzone, you know, has to feel rewarding for you being a part of a team that has built this system.
But the thing what we haven't noticed,
we have to cater to so many different player types.
Well, I have
We've got
noticed,
millions
sorry.
and millions and millions of people.
There's
playing
no
the
AIs
game.
on the Warzone
You've
yet.
got, these
They haven't
creators
said.
who play 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. But equally, we know that we have people who jump on a Sunday with their buddies and just want to have some fun. So we always try and find that sweet spot of our mechanics, where something like the train, anyone can jump on the train and have a fun time with the train.
Yeah.
But equally, we've made changes. For example,
Ooh, it's happening.
Oh, here we
Okay.
go.
Oh, hit the
Is this
brake,
off
hit the
rip?
brake.
Here we go.
Brake.
Oh my god, that pistol.
She's getting pushed from behind.
Oh, we've got a lot of action.
Oh no! Oh,
I'm not sure that was the smart play.
No, they were both getting off of it.
Oh, okay.
That was smart. That was smart.
Yeah, Noisy Butters was like, guys, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, not worth it. Oh man, that is going to be a sweaty drop.
Yeah, he
It's
was
gonna be
seconds
so
away
fun,
from
though.
pulling the brake there.
That's gonna be so fun.
And that would have just caused complete chaos. For the map.
And pretty soon here, we're gonna have probably a winner of our first match. So
Yeah,
hopefully we get the news.
I mean, they've come here to win. Right?
Yeah, we're jumping around between streams today, and hope you guys are obviously checking out your favorite creator streams here at COD Next.
Really, really cool stuff. What else? I mean, like, should we be looking forward to here, right? Because I know, like, you guys are doing some creative things with like the contracts and
yeah, they haven't said anything yet about the AI.
People in the game to move around, interact a bit more, cause some more chaos.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday, you know, we started talking about some of our quality of life improvements.
Yes.
And I think one of the biggest cheers we got from this group was that we brought pistols underwater. So if you're swimming underwater, you will always have a pistol.
Nice.
And I did not expect that to be the biggest cheer, but it shows the love that this group and I think our wider community is reflective of.
Yeah,
them
show
too,
them
how, like those small
they've
detail
updated the
touches that
war
just improve the gameplay loop as a whole.
Yeah, quality of life definitely been top of mind. You know, building this map out, it's as you said, it's something that Raven thinks about. You know, building Warzone from the ground up, and a lot of those quality of life changes that we've even made in the live game in the last year.
Yeah.
Expect them.
Yeah, carrying them forward. So everything that you've played and seen, like we've made over 100 quality of life improvements to the Warzone of this year. Everything carries into the Warzone of the year ahead of us. So
yeah. And also,
left behind.
you guys also with some of the movement as well, right? Because I'm noticing like the slides are going a little far.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Like
So
yeah.
across the board, like anywhere where we could just tighten it up, and again, working with Sledgehammer, we've taken that opportunity.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about that because I said earlier that, you know, Warzone shares the same foundation, that foundational gameplay with Modern Warfare 3, so movement mechanics, all those things. But you've put your own, you know, touch on specific things tuned a little bit more specifically for BR. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about, you know, how some of those perks might work a little bit differently in Warzone?
Warzone, they still haven't got rid of that film over the screen.
On the Warzone side, we felt that this time around was an opportunity to have some unique perks only for Warzone. Because again, it's a big map. We have different player styles.
So annoying.
So
different experience too.
My personal favorite is Combat Scout.
Okay.
Now, I'm adding that because I like it.
Okay.
That is very much a perk.
I also like it. I am not going to go on the internet for several hours after this.
That's the beauty of perks. Like the perk there should be variety. There should not be an optimized path. It should be that when you jump into the game, you don't know. You're going to be surprised what people have equipped. I expect some of this group will probably equip Shrouded, which is that when you get downed, you will automatically drop a smoke grenade.
That's cool.
Adds a really new dimension to it. And then equally, I think another one will be Resolute, which is when you get shot and you take a hit, you move faster to get out of dodge. So.
Oh, that's cool. So good opportunities for, especially for like field, like a wide open field traversal, get shot, get a speed boost, get down, potentially a smoke comes down, your teammate can back you up.
There you go.
That's
that's
really
the
cool.
kind of variety that we're looking for.
Yeah, well, I will definitely run with the smoke bomb one because I know that is going to be me.
I'll run the evasion perk.
You'll run the evasion one.
Drop some duos.
It'll be
There's going to be some
super
interesting mixes.
Yeah, that's really cool, and it's almost like giving the character, giving the players, like as it's been said time and time again, right, that freedom of choice to be able to get really clever with like how you want to approach that, and it feels like
play styles.
Oh, look at that.
Tune that play style. Feels like the
player
same here.
agency. We want the stories, etc.
Yeah, and we're back into Gulag again.
I see
Oh boy.
some tactical crouching.
Okay.
Preparing for battle.
Will we see the long-rumored Ascender? The mythical. It's going to be a myth by the end. No one's going to believe us that it is actually an Ascender.
Got a Molotov out.
Players are
But
too
she's
good.
picking up that cash, so this is the cash gulag. But we're waiting to
Here
see.
we go.
how
1 second. The ropes come down. Grab it. Oh, she baited them. Oh, well played. Well played.
Baited.
The smile. Yeah, she baited them. Really good there.
I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing too. Just gone
It
straight
was a
to the
honey pot.
rope.
It was like, oh, honey. I'm going to grab some honey.
But now she's got that cash, right? So she's got both of her. She's got one teammate down. She can go grab them if they don't get it out of the.
I think she's
if she
trying
doesn't
to
get out of the gulag.
oh, someone just actually did a buyback, so she's got to be careful. Yeah, here you go. There's the fight going.
Here we see maybe somebody.
Yep, you can see the unsuppressed red dots on the mini-map as well. Oh, the other teammate's down. Oh, she's pushing. Here we go.
This is ambitious because she's literally, I think, does she have any help here? I don't think she does.
They're both in the gulag.
Yeah, the gulag of life.
Yeah.
Big dive to get out of there.
She make a run to
Well,
that.
I'm just checking
carry here. Butters is
like
back.
new
She's just redeployed.
Yeah.
gameplay of the
Very
Modern Warfare
played.
zombies.
That dive,
Looking really good.
I've been loving that we have the options of diving and sliding, you know?
Yes.
You can do some really funny things with the dive.
I love it. There's just ground loot. And in fact, maybe we can actually quickly talk about ground loot.
Yeah.
We've brought back weapon rarity.
Okay.
Yes, we will see colored boots.
You just saw it right there. Like she picked up the blue AR. It's one of those things that when you think about the looting gameplay, you need to be able to quickly see like what's that weapon, what's this item, etc. So even from a custom loadout perspective, you know, it's got that pink/magenta tooltip, that card that you can see.
I think they ended up losing both of their teammates there. Hate to see it, but.
So Ted, what are some of the things that we can expect to kind of stay the same here? Like I see buy stations, redeployable buy stations. Are they coming back?
Yes, they'll be there day one. We really see this as a continuation of the current Warzone, and then just leveled up, polished, all new movement, etc. on top.
Got it.
So something that a lot of people in this room care about, that we worked super hard on in current Warzone, and we think is awesome, is the good old Champions Quest.
Oh, the Champions
We've
Quest.
had some amazing moments in the last year since we introduced it, and it's been really fun for a lot of people. But we want to open that up a little bit.
Oh, actually, yeah. I want to see the zombie trailer again. I want to see that big creature at the end.
Where you
we
might
didn't
take
properly
us
see it.
with Champions Quest in the future.
So Champions Quest is something that we're going to be launching during the first season. So we don't want to reveal. Oh, she's on the horizontal zip line. But I'll try and stay focused. There's so much going on. I saw the train. I was like, oh my god, the train. I want to talk about the train again. But no, Champions Quest. It's been a huge success for us all year long. You know, that ability to nuke the map, the challenge of doing it is just unbelievable.
Okay. Yeah.
So what we want to do for next year's Champions Quest is allow players to steal it from the team who is doing the Champions Quest. You can only steal it once.
Okay.
So it's only once. It's not going to change.
If you see a team is doing it, push them, be the first, take them down. They'll drop the contract, they'll drop the pieces. You can pick it up and try and take it through to the finish.
My goodness, I cannot wait.
All right.
And it gives people more options to get on something like Champions Quest. You know, they're not the only ones who get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Ted and I are gonna squad up. We're gonna get our
take them down.
Our first time
What
CQ
is
win.
that?
Or potentially lose it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't
It's
mean to
like
put that
from
negativity
Tremors.
out. I'm so sorry. Well, let's actually go ahead and check in on our TCL Power Hour and see
That is
how
from
many
Tremors,
challenges have been
that
completed
is.
thus far for the days. And remember, for each one completed, you have a chance to win a 65-inch
Oh my God, look at this chat.
TV. All you got to do is enter that hashtag
Look at that.
COD next and hashtag TCLX COD sweepstakes. Once again, that's TCLX COD sweepstakes. For each challenge completed during the
That is
TCL Power Hour, a
ridiculous.
winner will be randomly selected from all eligible entries received for a total of up to 9 winners. And thus far, we have 3 of our items picked up here. So it looks like we still. I didn't see which ones it was though.
They're on the
Was
way.
it the train? Did we get the train?
I hope so.
I hope we get it.
Can we see the card?
That is
Yeah, actually, can
mad.
we bring it up one more time? I just want to see what we have.
Here we go. Oh, we got
Scavenger
okay.
contract. We did get a drivable train elimination.
Yeah, we
got
watched it.
Gulag
We
win.
watched
that
it.
was that.
Yeah, the pistol
For some
fight on the
reason, in
back
my
of the
head, I
train.
thought it was run someone over with the drivable train.
I honestly did too.
That
But
would be legendary.
if that happened and we don't know, I need to see the highlights. So
Yes.
I'll be busy later.
That would be the first ever. It would
Yeah.
actually be kind of cool. Oh, but there you see it there. But for now, though, we're actually going to head on over to Miles, Lottie, and Nameless, as well as Alley Cat, for their thoughts on live gameplay for Warzone. What you got for us, guys? What you think?
Choo-choo! All aboard the new train. That's what I'm looking for, friends. I was discussing with this with you guys prior to we got on camera. It was like, are we going to drop train, win the fight, pump the brakes, take the cash, buy our gear, all aboard, next stop? It's going to be an amazing experience. Like, we're going to be able to finish on train. We're going to be able to rotate using the train. Francis Borgia's going to be out there well excited with the camera on his face because of the train. It's a big day for COD.
All right, audience, if you want the freest kill in the game, make sure you go to the train to find Miles.
The freest.
But I do want to say, I was hoping that it was going to be an actual, like, train, like you turn the train on and you run somebody over to get out that bingo card. But now I'm seeing EMD, the train track. So I'm guessing you throw the EMD, you can stop the whole train. So forget about the stop and the drive. I'm going to be sitting in a bush next to the train track. Like, all right, Miles, you want to rotate to another side of the map? Well, you got another thing coming.
My train, my precious train. I'll have to give it a cool name. But yeah, really, really fun. I mean, like we've seen change after change when it comes to Warzone over the years. This one sort of feels, again, like movement's back. Everyone's super excited about that. Guns look really fun. With the increase in health,
I think
fights feel a little longer, you know?
That's the big thing, right?
That's good.
It's the quality of life, the presence that the game now has. And do you know what I've absolutely loved about Raven and the team up as well? is the fact that they have not been afraid to bring things back, to bring things back that the community wants, and I think that is just incredible. They're listening and they care, and that is definitely coming across the screen. So for me, I think, you know, things like the red dots that we're seeing on the map, you know, unsuppressed fire. We're seeing also just small things like the blue plates that are also happening in the HUD. And it's minor things that make such a big difference to, I think, the community that grind Warzone. It is their life, it is their careers. Many of them in this room right now. It's massive, and it's really exciting to see.
Also, the quality of life upgrades. You know, we heard them talking about the unique perks that we're going to have in Warzone. Like the Shrouded is massive, right? You drop a smoke when you get knocked. We already do that in Warzone. We throw a smoke at our teammates. Sometimes you don't have one. Now that it's going to be an actual perk that you can grab, huge. Also, when you start to get shot, you talk about the health now, which is great, having 150 health. Well, now when you get shot, you move faster. So not only do you have that extra health to survive and evade enemies, you also have the faster movement with MW3 that they're bringing, and a perk that even allows you to get faster. Because we know there are some players, come from myself, who's a bit more competitive. You like to get, you know, a little bit more aggressive and get in those 1v4 situations. You have the ability to do that, and it's all up to the player, which is great.
There is one more perk which wasn't brought up by Ted, but Irradiated, which has got something to do with how you interact with the gas, but more on that later. Ha ha ha. Like, plenty more cool changes though. I mean, like, we've seen different field upgrades, we've seen different, you know, kill streaks, the Guardian being involved as well. I mean, that's something that I think Black Ops 4 players remember a little differently. This one doesn't kill you though, this just slows you down. It's like a gigantic stun grenade spotlight.
Put it in a doorway, Miles.
Put it in a doorway, but the range on that bad boy is crazy. Look, if that thing's good
I think the one thing about zombies that kind of disappointed me, it was they didn't really talk about.
It certainly is indeed.
You need to upgrade the perks.
To see how our creators, our streamers, the community react to this, especially when you check the timeline and seeing kind of what the noise is about. And Ali, looking across Warzone right now,
they might do
the way that Warzone has been pushed forward, not only in terms of the map, and you know, a lot of people talking about the dance.
I think the 19th,
the nostalgia.
I did see the 19th of October.
It really does kind of give that reminiscence of the dance in terms of the way it looks and feels, the openness. We also have moments and places like Superstore, etc. There are drops there for everyone who wants to get a battle in and perform at the highest level.
Yeah, and I think something that's crazy about Warzone specifically is the fact that, like, it's only been a couple of years it's been around, right? And I feel like it's continuously just getting better, and small changes are being made for quality of life. And like you said, this does feel very reminiscent of Verdansk, but it has all the great changes like the guns, the blue guns on the ground. And we just saw a UI change, like the gas mask actually being on your face the entire time, and you can see it on your screen. I will tell you right now, I'm somebody who has really bad object permanence. I would always forget that I'd have a gas mask. So now that it's like actually on your vision as well, so like it's a great reminder. Just really small things like that that can really change a game.
That's something that I think community members have been asking for, the amount of times players enter gas or whatever. A few more really nice quality of life changes. No matter what your loadout is, you'll see on screen right now, if you're in the water, you have a pistol no matter what. Whatever your loadout is, whether it's 2 primary weapons or you've got a melee, whatever it may be, there is a pistol at the ready when you do go underwater. Same for all the ladders as well. So that element of gameplay, I know. Dude, the first time I had a circle out in the ocean in Al Mazrah, I dropped like a 12 kill spree because no one could get close. I was running around with a gulag pistol and it really worked. That is not the case anymore. Awesome quality of life change, whether it's gas masks, whether it's pistols. We're really just starting to learn our way around this place, and Sledge and the crew at Raven, great job in bringing all that to life.
And you know what? You talked about the gulag there. The gulag looks great.
Oh, right? My God.
I'm a big fan of, I know everybody likes different gulags that we've had throughout the years, but I'm a big fan of, like, let's just get into a gunfight. I see 2 walls in the middle. Let's just get into the gunfight, and better man gets out of the gulag. And we also see that they have the rope, the ascender, where you can just
have they
jump
said
on the rope
that
and get
in the beta
different strategies you
we'll
can
be able to
employ
play
wait for
Warzone
the person to hop in the ascender and just shoot him as he tries to escape. But yeah, man, Warzone this year, it looks phenomenal. It feels like the answer to the call of the community. Everybody's just been wanting faster movement, you know, some of these new perks and being able to play it your own way. And I think a lot of the creators in here are having a blast getting into this new map.
It's just really fun as well to see different variants of the gulag, whether it's night operation one where, you know, you come in with an MVG, not that it's going to be that common. The idea that there's a cash gulag where there's money all over the place. I mean, yeah, I'm one of those players, I know a lot of my friends are, where you see it, you grab it, and that's going to encourage the loot. But there is a massive danger. We just saw one of our streamers leave the gulag with like 6.5K. That's insane. You can buy the teammate back. That is a game-changing moment. That changes the way Warzone plays. And we want a little bit of random. You don't want us to be that predictable. The one
Oh,
thing
that's
you do
what
want
the
to be
money's
predictable
for.
is how efficiently
I'm
you
such an
can take
idiot.
down your opponents.
Yes.
And that's been so nice to see.
I didn't know. I didn't know the money in the gulag was.
Marker. You
You
know
can
you're
leave with it.
dealing damage to a head.
I'm such an
Limb
idiot.
damage has all been uniformed across the board. So you're going to get a much stronger and more, predictable feel of how my weapon performs, how my attachments perform with that weapon, and how I can employ that to the best of my ability and the best of the situation I'm in. It's just really nice, man. The last thing you're going to be doing is guessing in a game like this.
And I think, exactly, Miles, and I think something that may have went over a lot of people's heads when they were talking
Off stream,
about it
I need to go and see.
in this version of Warzone is going to be way better than before. We talked about that perk, but also the horizontal zip lines. I mean, that's massive. They've had big upgrades to quality of life in terms of trying to get in fights and evade over the last years. Like we had the PRD where you can go up and redeploy yourself and fly away. I think all those things are going to be coming back, but now you also have the ability to hop in these horizontal zip lines that they've placed throughout the map. So, if you get into a fight that maybe is pretty far out of the circle, you can take your time, finish that fight, and then strategically use those zip lines to get back towards circles. So I think that that's something, it just piqued my interest in the way that I like to play the game.
You're talking about evasion as well, and for me, going back to small things like the gas mask, you can now put the gas mask on, toggle it with tear gas. I mean, there's ways to make sure that you can survive. The survivability is so big. No more wafting in front of the face. The gas mask will go on, and you are able to evade enemies and try and counter things that are coming away, because that's all that Warzone's about, right? It's being aggressive, but also countering pushes that are happening from left, right, and center.
I think a big point is like the controlled chaos in Warzone. That was something that always really stood out to me, is like it's really chaotic. You don't know where the gas is going to be, where you land changes a lot of the time.
Sorry,
I'm
just.
Is,
I just saw 5 minutes of
it's very unpredictable in that sense, but there's those predictabilities of having a horizontal
the zombies.
zipline now, like
I've seen
knowing
5
about
minutes
the
of gameplay.
rotations. It's those little small things that you can
watch that at the
control.
end
And something I really enjoy is
you
the fact
want.
that I feel like obviously most people's goal early game is to get your loadout drop, right? But again, with the amount of loot, I feel like there's a lot more loot on the ground as we've been watching gameplay. But again, the gun quality of life, the attachments and stuff, maybe not try prioritizing the loadout so much as getting to a certain stronghold or getting somewhere else on the map.
We're seeing Swagg here with the MCR, and that's a single attachment on the weapon, and he's looking fantastic with that thing already. A lot of players have been talking about this. We saw Shotzi, there was a clip on Twitter not too long ago, or x.com, whatever it's called these days, talking about how auto-aim feels like it's been slightly reduced in this game. It's a little harder at certain ranges to land very accurate shots. That's really nice, man. I mean, that changes the way the game plays. More health, harder to shoot. The better you are, the better you're going to play, essentially.
Yeah, and you add that with that movement, I mean, there's going to be a decent skill gap, obviously, right? And I think that that's phenomenal. And like you said, we're watching Swagg here. These are the guys that we're going to be learning from. These creators that are in here figuring things out, what's going to be the meta, what people are using. And right now, he's rocking that MCR, and he is beaming. You said he only has one attachment on here. Going to get knocked, but, I mean, that thing is a laser. I mean, he was beaming, though.
He was beaming indeed. And you see him get knocked down, and potentially might do here as well. No, he does manage to get his teammates. He's going to be in the gulag. But I will say, when you are down, you do also have extra health now as well. There has not only just been health added into in general,
lot of big
but
streamers are not liking the new zombies.
Again, survivability. Your teammates can make plays around you.
I don't understand though, because it's what people wanted. They wanted an open world.
I'm still going to do it.
So very thirsty. Out here in Kazakhstan, it's a little different. We got a fun one though. This is Optic Blake going up against Swagg in the gulag.
Who you got?
I got Blake. I got Swagg.
Come on, Blake.
I think I got Blake.
Come on, Blake.
Blake's going to send out.
If it was a sniper, I'd pick Blake.
That's
my boy!
There it is.
That's my boy!
You can't ever doubt Blake. Come on.
He had to deal 10 bullets, deal 250 damage there. So you're seeing like full plates when it comes to, like the amount of health and lot. As you said, when you go down, I had the pleasure of downing an opponent in Warzone. I took a sniper rifle to the head. They didn't.
So the zombies won't have
I would love
an
to see
Easter egg.
I mean, this is something that more folks out there
God,
know.
oh my
throwing knives
God.
impact.
What is
Because you
going
saw
on?
that was the absolute way to play Warzone.
Really was the
Down
meta.
players, throwing knife out, immediately recover that bad boy, get out and get on
I hope
the
it's
next
still
target.
a one tap, man. I need it to be a one tap.
No.
I like that.
That's not
just running
fun.
around and I'm out. Yeah, we're seeing different areas of the map. They talked about, I think it was Old and Newtown. I think is what it was called. They look
It's a nice
absolutely
fishing gulag.
fantastic.
Going dog.
It's a night.
He's out. Oh, ciao, peace.
Yes.
He's gone.
That was incredible.
That is a solo YOLO champion. That man knows pressure is nothing. Look at that. How fun was that? Dude, the night vision looks good.
Low Town.
My boy was out there. All sorts of good fun happening here. And again, look how dense the map is. That is a ton of buildings, though. I mean, you know what I did see, though? Even in the largest of buildings, not a huge amount of stairwells. That was a real pain point for many, many players. Between the horizontal, vertical zip lines, redeployment balloons, you name it. There are so many ways to traverse this colossal landscape.
And you know what else I see, Miles? I see a lot of rooftops. I see a lot of rooftops for those snipers. So even though that like there are denser areas, which might make it slightly more difficult, there's still plenty of opportunities for those crazy clips.
But you know what, Allie? I can just take one of those cranes and I can fly right down to the rooftop. Seems like they have a decent amount of those placed around the map as well. We saw one on this screen right behind them. And, you know, obviously rooftops, there's some campers who like to sit up there, but there's ways that you can get up there and take them out now pretty nicely.
Yeah, and the drones as well. You can also get a drone in the sky and literally take the line right up there and try and
like
get a rooftop
they've got 200 plus people or 200 people,
what I would be doing.
like streamers, and they're showing the same creators. There's like they're showing the same 6 creators.
Bingo card moments happen.
Like,
I haven't seen anyone get a breacher drone elimination out.
Oh, come on.
Which is actually crazy because it's, I mean, from our experience, especially multiplayer, very easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are all standing messing with movement. I came in and remember I threw the breacher drone 3-piece. Like, that thing is crazy.
That was me.
On the
I was also
on
a part
the bingo
of that
card.
obliterated
I
squad.
don't know if you guys saw, but there's also somebody has to get a guardian kill. No, it's a guardian SC elimination.
like an opponent who's affected by the guardian.
Yeah, just kill him, yeah.
Oh, it does it like this might be a juggernaut suit.
Oh yeah.
We are
It
mini
certainly
guns,
looks
baby.
like it, 'cause
He's
that
moving
minigun
fast.
is,
Boy, schmooving. I told you, you'll be schmooving like you've never schmooved before, COD fans. In this game. Everyone's very, you know, nimble on their feet, a lot of twinkle toes, and you can even dress for the occasion and put on even slicker shoes to improve movement, improve speed, strafe speed, how quiet you are, you name it. Dress for the occasion, COD fans. It's time to dress up and have a good time.
Certainly is indeed. I gotta say, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Just in terms of just the style. You know, we heard actually Ted talk about the way that it looks, and it's all kind of part of a bigger picture, looking a little bit like Al Mazrah at times. We also have the dance as well.
Warzone does look
I
good.
think the colors are just in perfect balance. So I think it also looks stunning.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of folks are like, oh,
Sorry,
we
I'm
wanna
not
go back to
focused.
the
I'm
dance,
not
back to
really
the dance.
focused
Well,
on the
you're close
Warzone.
enough. Kazakhstan is the country where the dance.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man.
You're a
Are we
lawhead
back?
too.
Yeah, we're back. We're totally back.
You're a lawhead as well, aren't you?
I really am. Like, I read all the signs. I mean, I read the bits of paper. I love all this. I really do, mate.
You know what else is interesting? Obviously, like the perks are named a little bit different in this game. How you have your gear and your vest.
Line.
You're going to be able to find the boots in Warzone, obviously, as well. And that is going to shake things up, right? Because that prolonged slide, obviously, in the multiplayer and the arena gameplay is going to be different. But in Warzone, I mean, you have a lot of different like areas that you have to traverse where that slide could come into play. So I think that that's going to be really interesting when these guys get their hands on it.
As well as the climbing boots. We haven't actually seen too much of that, but what that does essentially is it speeds up your mantle ability, and you really do move crazy. I mean, Peter Parker will be climbing the side of some of those buildings and terrify you, Ali.
I share the same last name as him. Does that mean I am also Spider-Man?
Ever been bit by a spider?
Possibly.
Well,
Maybe you might.
I think we would know by now, Ali.
I also beyond that. I
Miles
want to
and
point out
Maven.
that, who we were watching, they just did that play that we were talking about earlier, using the zip line to push a team, while another one kind of like just looks over the rest of the teammates making that push. So nice.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Very nice indeed. Well, that's a nice taste of Warzone. I mean, it's been very cool, very, very exciting. But that's going to be it for the Fireside Chat for now. It's back over to the desk, the Golden Boy, Stephanie.
Thank you so much for that. And yeah, always great to hear, you know, the greatest minds in Call of Duty esports talking about a brand new Call of Duty game. What a time to be alive, of course, here. But yeah, and there's still so much more to talk about with Warzone stuff.
So much. We've got so much going on. We finally saw Night Vision Gulag. We got an Ascender overtime win. It was the moment that Ted and I have been waiting for. We were waiting to see this thing in action.
And you guys are calling it, man. The whole time you're like, this has to happen.
Yeah.
This has to happen.
I had my bingo card at the ready.
They're too good. We haven't had a chance to get to the overtime mechanic in the Gulag yet.
It's wild.
It's very exciting. And in total, I'm happy to say, Ted, correct me if I'm wrong, 4 different Gulags.
Yes. With more to come in the season. So
Wow.
we want to make sure that this is an evolutionary part of Warzone. There's great ideas coming from everyone on the team because they're playing with the public event system, being like, oh, but we could do this and we could do this. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled because it's an exciting new feature for us. Oh, we're back.
Back in the game.
Back in the action here. And you know, one of the things that the chat was talking about, you know, was about quality of life features. We've been really harping on that because it is important, and a lot of the hardcore players care about those things. We actually saw it right there, right on cue.
Yeah.
I swear I did not rehearse that. Tell us about the way the backpack works now.
Yeah, this is a personal favorite of the team and mine. Like, we got together and we thought about what do we want the backpack experience to be like for this version of Warzone, and we did like the deepest dive, like literally 3 days. Just all we did was talk about the backpack, and we got an amazing UI team. And we just thought about, like, one of the frustrations has been that when you pick up ammo, it goes in your backpack, but then if you drop the gun, you drop the ammo, and then you have to pick up the ammo and whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, we should make space to have 5 dedicated ammo slots. So you can carry, I think, like, you know, historical Warzone, it was always nice to be the mule.
Yeah.
And like you carry ammo and your buddy goes, hey, you got any sniper ammo? And you're like, oh, sure, I've got some, and you can drop it for them. And like, we just wanted to bring that back.
Yeah.
And
You put me out of a job there, man.
But we kept, the backpack, because for us, the backpack opened up so many new opportunities, like to be able to carry multiple lethals, multiple kill streaks. So it was like, how can we merge?
Sorry, chat. I'm just keep thinking about the zombies
last few years
side of it.
And I think a lot of people are
It's just
very happy about that, just because, you know, I mean, you
Ease
don't want
of management. You don't want to do the inventory management sometimes when you're in combat. You don't have time to stop, pick up your ammo again, and so I think that the backpack experience, you're definitely going to see that that's been refined. But there's some other really interesting tweaks to the UI as well. We obviously added the squad cache widget in the live game, which I think has been really useful. I'm bad at math. I love it. And we're seeing here too, armor plates back to blue. That's a big one for me. I love that.
It's the little things.
So there's 3 teams left and 9 people.
Of this year of Warzone, I hope that they just love like everything, like the whole package that we're bringing for season 1 and day 1.
Yeah. Speaking of
the whole
things
package
coming in season 1,
Yeah.
the new
Ooh,
package.
wow.
We're hype for the new map.
Yes.
But we also have a lot to offer, all different types of players. And I'm curious, Ted, if you can tell us what other maps we can expect once Urzikstan launches later this year.
So obviously on launch day, they're going to get the brand new big map experience of Urzikstan. Alongside it, we'll have Vondel. We'll have Ashika.
Same place.
Both have Resurgence. And we'll also have Plunder. Because
Yes.
we know,
I love Plunder.
there is
Yeah.
that core group.
I always lose, but I love it.
It's all about that money, Alex.
Yeah, it's
About that
clearly
cash.
getting that money.
Straight cash, homie.
No, that is awesome. So more experiences, more different, more variety of ways for people to be able
We've
to play
got so
Warzone.
many different players, and they all play for so many different reasons. It was like, what can be the best version of Warzone on day 1? It was like, that's the package.
Awesome. So we got a really interesting preview there of maps and modes coming to Warzone when Season 1 launches later this year. And that includes, as you said, Vondel and Ashika Island staying put for Resurgence, Plunder Day 1, and obviously the new big map in Urzikstan. But Ted, I'm curious, as I'm sure many of the people behind me are here today, Warzone ranked.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, what's up with,
You said it.
Ranked in Warzone?
So all year long, we've had a great partnership with Treyarch. I think
Treyarch, just
season 3
they just
Reloaded,
do good
the feedback
things.
has just been incredible. It's been
The
such a
fun.
great experience to see people jump in.
Of course.
And we know that going into this new year of Warzone, we just want some time to kind of digest that initial feedback and that initial...
Let the map live.
Let it breathe. Let everything breathe,
all the
right?
systems, all the things.
Exactly. So we're excited to say that in early 2024, again, working with Treyarch, we're going to bring a brand new ranked experience into Warzone.
Nice.
But apart from that, lips are sealed.
Oh, I was going to try. I was going to try and pull a Stephanie and see what else I could get.
I really like to dig
maybe
in
after.
there for that second.
I'm sure a lot of people are over the moon about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually catching up with TP yesterday, and he was telling me like how much like ranked Warzone has like helped, you know, to like really give him more things to do in the game, right? Because, you know, when you're a competitive guy, you just like to get sweaty and play some ranked games.
Like
right?
I've not seen AI in this
UK,
in Warzone.
Like when we play, it's like just that constant, Let's get to gold. Let's get to plat. Let's get to.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm iridescent, so I don't have to deal with
Yeah,
that.
I'm actually top 250, but you know,
Okay, yeah, we got a
it's to
couple
brag,
braggers
yeah.
over here. All right. Me, I'm dying on the train.
Bottom
you know?
250.
Packing all my ammo mule. I'm out here with a couple gods, and I'm just getting finessed out in the streets. Hate to see it. No, that is excellent, and I think that for a lot of people who really cherish that hyper-competitive experience, you know, that's around the corner.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff.
I love some rooftop gameplay, and I'm getting a good taste
The
of it
vibes.
here. I think
vibes here.
I referenced your vibes on the broadcast earlier.
Did
I don't know if you did it.
I didn't hear it.
I said, oh,
Back at the good.
back in the
It's
gulag.
locked and loaded.
Hey,
Is it
come on,
locked and loaded? I
Dalek.
can't tell.
I see one attachment,
Okay, it's not locked and loaded.
not locked and loaded.
Sad face. It's one of my favorites. So for anyone who doesn't know, locked and loaded is you start with a fully loaded AR, fully
Come
loaded
on,
SMG,
Dalek.
full armor.
Full armor.
Which
So
is
it's
great for regain.
True 1v1. You keep
Yes.
the weapons,
Keep it all, and you
keep
go
the
back into the
armor
map with it.
after if you win the gulag.
Yes.
Absolutely
Well,
wild.
when you win.
When you win.
When
When, yeah.
Specifically.
Okay. Yes, I always win, so I win my ones. It be like that.
That is awesome stuff. But I also, you know, with so much that has been shared, I can't help but feel like maybe there's just one more thing.
There's always one more.
Is there
thing.
one more thing? I knew I was on the money with this stuff. There had to be one more thing.
There's always one more thing.
What do we have?
I am excited to ask Ted. You know.
Oh, here we go.
Before we let you go, is there anything else we should really know about 2024?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, this is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, to have this opportunity and for me to speak on behalf of Raven and the whole Warzone team. And I've said it already, you know, our goal is to make 2024 the best year of Warzone. So when we sat down and thought about it, it's like, how do we deliver that to our players? So I'm
We're
really
delivering it to them in an encrypted message.
Yes. So
Oh my
next
God.
year we'll be adding Fortune's Keep
What?
to the map rotation. It's back.
It's back. Fortune's Keep will return in early
And that's Rebirth.
2024, but that's not it, Ted. I see something else. hiding
Rebirth
here.
Island.
So the best part of this, by the way, is no one here knows. Okay.
Okay.
So after the one more thing, if that wasn't enough, we have Rebirth Island.
Wow.
To satisfy a
Rebirth
dedicated community.
Island back in Call of Duty in the Resurgence rotation, coming later after Fortune's
yeah.
Keep,
So-
later in the year
So
in
early next
2024.
year, we'll have Fortune's Keep. Just following, we'll have
Wow.
Rebirth Island. And I'd love to just give such a big shout out to our partners and friends at Homing Studios and Beanox, because without them, those maps
This
would
is probably going to be an upgrade.
to those guys.
I am hype. I think the community's hype. We know
Wow.
they have.
They don't
been
even know.
itching to have their hands on Rebirth Island. And speaking of Rebirth Island, I think we're going to hear some exciting stuff coming up next.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I'm
what?
over the moon. That seems exciting.
It's a mic drop.
Yeah,
I
no,
just
it really
can't drop
is.
the headset.
I know
It'd
you
be
can't
weird.
drop the mic
Does
because
this flip? Can
no, we still have one more thing to do.
Are they actually going to show? Are they actually showing
I want to
Rebirth?
thank you for
Thank you.
that. But first, before we do anything else, let's actually do one last check-in on the TCL Power Hour. See how many challenges were completed. Okay, so a little.
We're still at 3.
We're still at 3. Wait. 4.
4?
Ah,
okay.
okay.
The buyback on the
the
drivable
buyback
train.
on the train. There is, of course, the buy station on the train, almost like that
Wow.
movable POI.
I'm shocked
So
we
it's
didn't get a breacher drone elimination. That just seemed like a gimme.
gimme.
you
Yeah,
know?
it really
And,
did.
and the big game bounty, you'd have thought like someone would hear
Yeah.
it.
No.
But you know what? It's all new gameplay. This is the first time
all
everybody's seeing
discovering
this
it for
in
the
room.
first time.
They're learning it for this first time, and so are the folks at home, and so more to come.
Yeah, that's right. Well, of course, we want to thank you all for playing along. And as a reminder, for each challenge completed during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected. So what, I counted 4? I think it was 4
There was
spots.
4, yeah.
So there you go. Look at that there. And that's going to be picked from all eligible entries for a total of up to 9 winners. Now, of course, to enter, make sure you tweet using the hashtags CODNEXT as well as hashtag TCLX COD Sweepstakes. Once again, TCLX COD Sweepstakes. It's very, very important to include that hashtag. Good luck to everyone, and I hope you get yourself an awesome TCL TV. But that, of course, was an amazing first look at Urzikstan and what players can expect from Warzone in the future.
Yeah, but they're going to talk about
Before you go,
Rebirth.
I just want to thank you so much.
They're not
You know,
talking about
what
it?
I told Kevin Miles earlier, just that passion, all the devs that have come up here, that passion for what you guys do. It bleeds through in everything and the way you talk about it. So thank you for sharing that love with us,
if I can
man.
say thank you to everyone at Raven Software, every studio that's been contributing this year. We're one big family, and just this is the greatest privilege of my career to be here today with you. So grateful for you as well.
Thank you, Ted. It's awesome.
Yeah, well,
Can't wait to dive in.
We are definitely grateful to have you and all the devs here to talk about this amazing game. It's been such a fun time. But for now, though, let's actually head down to Maven, who's going to put a couple streamers on the spot in the hot and ready seat, presented by Little Caesars. Maven, who you got?
Thank you so much, Alex. I have Sally as a dog. You know, you're going to be the Urzikstan Reaper. I got a feeling. What are you loving so far on the map?
The movement is great. The sniping looked amazing. I didn't love that I lost my gulag, but everything else was great.
What happened in the gulag, Sally? Take me through it.
I got absolutely turned down by Smixy. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It happens to the best of us. But listen, I know you haven't, you've been someone that's grinded a lot of Warzone. You've taken a step back kind of this year, not putting as much time. Is it feeling just a little bit of hands-on? Like, is the grind coming back? Are you going to be carrying myself and Merc on the map?
Yeah, I'm definitely down to carry you and Joe in my backpack. It's large. It's basically a duffel bag anytime. Yeah.
So what did you get hands-on with? Did you, outside the gulag, lost a little bit of time with the sniper? A little time with the AR? Like, what were you feeling the best of there? What's Sally as a dog's like go-to repertoire?
So I picked up a sniper, dropped it, regretted it because when I died, I saw Reed Boy just popping heads all over the map. So that's what I'm going to get back on and try. But yeah, really looking to get going, grind this game out. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I haven't like sniped much as I used to. Like in the past, putting in so much time. Now let's take a look. Oh, listen, he's got great legs too. But the chair, look at this thing. It's a Little Caesars hot seat. You were a little bit worried if you were going to actually be able to sit in it, if you were to fit it. If it had been tested, you asked me. But how's it feel?
It feels comfortable, ergonomic, and stylish all in one. Yeah. No, pizza.
You're looking absolutely fantastic. Hey, Sally.
There's no way they're going to release a
Excited to
chair.
see what you're going to do this year. You're one of my favorite content creators. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
Oh, that was beautiful. Let's get it over to Shift. I believe he's down with Tommy.
Yeah, Maven, I'm not going to lie. You may want Sally to carry you, but there is no better person in the history of Warzone to carry a duo or a trio than this guy right here. Tommy, first day, hands on the game, initial thoughts and reactions. Let me have it.
I'm loving it. The movement, the fluidity of it, the visibility of the game, everything's just so much better, and everything that everyone wanted, I feel.
So, again, you were day one, Warzone OG. You played every map, including all the small things. We heard the teases, Unfortunate's Keep, Rebirth Island. If you were to tell the people at home, though, like, what does this map most feel like compared to other maps in the previous instances, where would you kind of go to?
I feel like from the amount I've played, it's like a throwback to Verdansk, but with improvements. And the size of the map, there's not many dead areas, I'd say it looks like, from what I've played so far. Obviously, it's a little early to say too much on it, but I'd say it's a little bit of a throwback.
Fair enough. Final points, what are like your biggest overall takeaways, especially from the competitive side? I know there's people wanting to say, let me get into ranked, let me get back up to those statuses again. Where are you feeling the biggest differences, either mechanically or maybe just aesthetically on the map right now?
I mean, from the mechanics we've got so far, I feel like a lot of the competitive players, pro players, they're going to love it. I mean, they're going to find out their own little ways to move and how to improve the movement on the map. But just off the base, it's so much smoother, nicer. You get around the map much quicker, so it's real good.
Fair enough. Tommy, thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of the stream. And hey, with that, we're going to go back up to Miles and Lottie to give us their thoughts and, of course, what they saw with Warzone. But before we come back, we also have the Warzone mobile team. But, of course, first, before we jump into all that, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty next.
Please don't say the mobile section is like how long.
Partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL. Play like a pro on the big screen with TCL Q-Class QLED TVs up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3.
Watches do look good, but I don't really like
.com/COD to see the limited edition watch collab. Backbone, level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
Oh, wow.
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next. We've just witnessed a full hour of all good, brand new Warzone action there on Urzikstan and much, much more. I don't know where to begin. We haven't got too much time to get through this one, guys. So, Lottie, you take it away from me. I'm going to put my microphone down.
I certainly will. Do you know what? I'm just thrilled, to be honest. And I'm sure Ted was on the desk watching some of those interviews with anticipation, thinking, how are they going to feel about it? You know, I've told them all this stuff on the desk, but you know, how are they feeling about playing it? And I've got to say the reception has been phenomenal so far. And I think none of us are surprised, to be honest. I think with the quality of life updates, things that have been said for so long with the community, and it's come through and it's pulled through for them, of course they're going to be happy. But for me, that is a huge, huge dub. And I love to see that for Warzone.
I mean, Lottie, think about it. If we just had the new movement, people would have been happy. We got a brand spanking new map as well. So many new things. And I really appreciate Ted going up there and
see, that's the thing as well.
Such good detail, because
I guess it's good about the zombies.
You know, got to play it for a little bit.
It's based on the
phenomenal.
Warzone map.
There's so much we're going to learn as well once we get our hands on it. So Warzone seems to be in a fantastic spot, Ellie.
People who play the zombies can know all these different areas.
A lot,
but when they play
the
Warzone,
devs, especially to feel their passion.
Anyway,
I was on
that
Twitter
ray
a
gun.
bit, and let me just say, or X,
I wouldn't know if
at this point, but I could feel
I don't really
the
think it's worth
excitement from the community
500 quid.
seeing it, like genuine, true excitement. And as we heard it in the interviews as well, like to hear it from the creators
actually like,
and pros
was
and
it
Warzone themselves, like it truly looks at its base
560.
off of release, like in beta. It's going to be so
that's
much
including
fun.
the
beta's real close as well. I mean, this is the candy shop, and today we are all the kids. Very, very cool stuff. Can't wait. Really can't wait to get into Kazakhstan properly. But we've got plenty of stuff to still get through today. So we've got all sorts of cool goodies to give away. We've got lots of news. And for those of you wondering about how you can play MW3, I want to remind everyone again that early access to the multiplayer beta kicks off tomorrow. That is for PlayStation players. Next week for Xbox and PC players. You've seen a ton of great multiplayer content today. Play that and more over the next week. We've got tons of maps, all sorts of goodies. Get involved. It's going to be an absolute blast. Don't forget to check out the Call of Duty blog for more details.
Tons of details to make sure you're listening up to, including the fact that you guys can purchase and pick up Modern Warfare 3 at GameStop and participating international retailers on November 10th to get a GameStop exclusive collectible steelbook while supplies last. See GameStop and participating international retail web pages for promotional offer details.
Woo! Well, we also wanted to mention once again the awesome partnerships between Call of Duty and the Hundreds. If you haven't already seen this, very, very cool collaboration here. Hundreds, they've taken, I mean, look, some of the coolest icons throughout Call of Duty. Ghost is in there now. This is a limited edition collab between Hundreds, and you have a chance to win one of these. There are 50 sets available. Follow at Call of Duty on X/Twitter.
Oh, wow.
Tweet #CODNext and #sweepstakes for a chance to win one of 50 sets of the Ghost Bomb collection. So follow the channel, tweet the hashtags for a chance to win a set of this awesome lineup. I've been downstairs, I've touched them all, and they're all a delight.
They are looking absolutely incredible. I can see some of you guys running those. They are fresh, to say the least. I don't know. I need to try and talk to some people at the back, use some of my contacts here, because I want to get my hands on that as well. But I've got to say, the day of Call of Duty action, it does not stop here with Call of Duty Next. Immediately following Next will be Code Bowl for you. Have it, presented by USAA. Join top Call of Duty streamers and military esports teams as they compete for the coveted Code Bowl trophy.
Cannot wait.
100% of the net proceeds from the tournament will
for
go
the
towards
beta
placing more veterans into high-quality jobs.
RAF going back-to-back? I hope so, ladies and gentlemen. First, though, a quick word from our sponsors. And after that, we send it back down to the desk one more time, this time to Beef Mummy with a very special guest from the Warzone mobile team to give us an update on all things that have been going on with the Warzone mobile world, as well as a very special announcement before we get to kick off that mobile gameplay. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern
looks really
Warfare
good.
3. NVIDIA GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Yeah.
Hello, you beautiful gamers. Welcome back to Call of Duty Next. There's a lot of screaming and passion here in the studio, but let's revert back to where we actually started in the first place. 4 years ago, Call of Duty Mobile hit the scene and gave us the first taste of what the Call of Duty experience could look and feel like on a mobile device. To celebrate this anniversary, here is a look back at some highlights
if they're talking about mobile,
from the past
then
4
I
years.
shall go. Right, chat. Hey, oh my god, look at the zombies. Oh my. Wow. Kind of crazy, right? Bosh. Anyway, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Honestly, zombies. I don't know. I am a 50-50 on that one. Let's just watch the trailer again before I go. Also, I'll be doing a reaction video of it, of course. I don't know about it. I don't know. No main quests, alright? It's exactly like DMZ. Main quests, apparently there's 3 main quests. Get, like, special cutscenes. Then, what was it? Sorry. 3... It just got out the window. 3 main quests. Like tasks, not quests, tasks. Yeah, there's no Easter egg. So that means when you complete, if I'm correct, the same with DMZ, you complete the tasks, then you'll have nothing left to play. So it's just a constant getting new equipment, upgrading, getting perks, go to the next round with the perks, getting Pack-a-Punch. If that's correct, then I'm gonna be really, really gutted for that. I'm gonna be really gutted. Really sad. Where's the zombies? Where are you? Where are you? It's only got 25 views, right? Stop it. Stop it. Right, chap. Here we go. Here we go. The zombies of Modern Warfare 3. Here we go. We'll never get free. I know we've already watched it with the music, but we'll watch it again. We'll actually go through it slow, but
One of our patrols reported hostile contact.
Quite loud. I do like the realism though. I do like the realism. All right, that's what I wanted. But this is what we wanted though. Everyone wanted an open world experience. And this is what they and everyone doesn't like. And honestly, I don't know. It sucks that the Mangula's back. We you know, Mangula's a BO3 thing. We don't really need it back again. That is brilliant. That wonder weapon.
Friendly squad in the AO. Moving in to assist.
Strike team, you have execute authority. Proceed to the high threat zone. Forget what you know. Monsters are real.
I can't believe how big he is. Look at it. Oh yeah, I do have gameplay as well. Sorry, I forgot about that. Look at that. Oh, hang on. We've got to see it again. Look at that. Look at the big worm from Tremors. I'm joking. It does. Look at it. Wow. Definitely a boss fight at the end of the 3rd task, I guess. Looks really. Yeah, it's a 50-50, right? I like that the mimics and the abominations and the dogs are so realistic. I like that. What am I doing? I do like that. you know, completing 3 tasks, not having anything to do after that. I guess an hour-long session, you can upgrade your stuff. Going to the next round, completely packed. You know, look at that. I don't know. Mangler's back. No need. We don't need. I like that. You can climb up to the highest part and then just off and dive off. But AI, of course. Eggs. Hang on, we forgot about the eggs. Yes, an egg. Wow, look at that. I guess one of the tasks, and then it explodes, and then the dogs. Look at that. I like the you can be in the zone, whether or not you actually lose damage, but I think your gas mask loses damage, maybe. Then Big Chungus the Third comes along. Where is he? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Look at him go. Good to see him back. But I'm hoping that we get new bosses. Look at there, look at him go. In the next Tryout game. I cannot look at this. Love it. Love it. But yeah, I'm hoping we get new bosses. Only time will tell. And of course, you know, Tryout always delivers on the good stuff, you see. Let me just cut this down. I'm only going to show a little bit of the game. Well, we'll see. Hang on. Where is it? Where are you? Bosh. Please forgive on this one. But yeah, this is the kind of the gameplay. I know it's a bit, it's Twitter X for you. Raygon's back. You can teleport into the sky. Oh, we got them containers back in the air, so you can get points. Ah, okay. Throw a grenade. Mangler. That's like the. What is that? What is that? Oh my god, this low quality. Jeez. Sheesh. I'm just sad that they didn't really say much of what to do in this. Like I understand, okay, the whole concept is, you know, kill zombies. But I've got to a point where I play zombies to complete an Easter egg. Then that's my experience done. Move on to the next one. With this hour-long session, 3 tasks, no Easter eggs. Go into the middle, have stronger zombies, exfil with perks or pack-a-punch weapons. Move on to the next game. 3 tasks. Play again. I don't know, chat. Oh, pans are nice. I guess it's back onto Cold War again. Oh, there you go. That's it. And that is it for that one. Well, that is the zombies of Modern Warfare 3. Let me know what your thoughts are. So I'm not recording the video, I'm live. What the heck went wrong with me? What an idiot. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will be live with the PS5 Modern Warfare beta. I think it goes live at 6 p.m. UK time. But we'll see. Yeah, you better be there. Anyway, hit that like button and subscribe. And that was the next event. And I'm just really hoping for the year to go quick so we can well, this year's gone by so quick, so next tryout game will be soon approached. Anyway, guys, I shall see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Right.